We've reached the halfway point of the 2023 high school football season. Tonight from Irving, it's a District 7 6A matchup as the Cardinals of Mac entertain the Mustangs of J.J. Pearce High School. Hi again, everybody. John Nelson along with Rob Willman. Week number 5 overall, as you see the J.J. Pearce Mustangs overall at 3-2, 1-2 in district play. Mac comes in overall at 1-3. And an even 500 in district play at 1-1. Cardinals coming off of a loss last week to Richardson on the road, 32-3. J.J. Pearce handily defeated Nimitz, 50-28. Cardinals come in averaging just 17 points a game. The defense allowing 27. And Mac trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. They have dropped the last 2 games to J.J. Pearce, losing 55-49. last year, and a couple of years ago here, losing 40-26. Pearce comes in averaging 40 points, giving up 34. As we get set to go here, just a few minutes away this last week of September, rather balmy here at 90 degrees, humidity low at 35%, not much wind, and skies are a clear blue above. J.J. Pearce opened up the year defeating Wiley. Won their first 2 games against Wiley and Weatherford. The Cardinals losing their first 2 to Woodrow Wilson and L.D. Bell. So we're just about set. The Cardinals in their home red. It is homecoming here at Joy and Ralph Ellis Stadium, our second homecoming affair. And with tonight's call, a man who has little regard for fashion, still wearing white after Labor Day, Rob Willman.
Yep, give me the Tommy Bahama. Let's do it. All right, standing back to receive, you saw Ben Biden, number 88. The senior plays a wide receiver. Teeing it up will be the senior for Mac, Albert Becerra. And this game is underway, and it's pretty much a line drive fielded by the up man, Andrew Holmes. And Holmes, very shifty, close to the 35-yard line, and that's where this high-powered offense by J.J. Pearce will take over. That is number 13, Trent Holly, by the way, who returned it. And Holly, one of those explosive running backs. I think the word of the night in this matchup, John, will be depth. And that's the fact that Pearce has 25 more players on the roster than MacArthur does. MacArthur very, very slim and thin on their offensive line. They've been moving people around tonight. We'll get more on that when we have the starting lineups when they get the ball offensively. But this Pearce offense loves to mix it up. They love to go fast. They love to go quick. And MacArthur's going to have their hands full right off the get-go. And here's the very first play from scrimmage. That is Noah Self. And Self maybe about 4 yards from Presley Harper, the junior quarterback, who threw for 3 touchdowns last week in their 50-28 win over Nimitz.
Harper comes in with over 1,300 yards of passing, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, very quickly to the line of scrimmage again. They fake the jet sweep, and they go to their big tight end, number 88 or 84. That's 84, Julian Roberts. They list him as a wide receiver. He's built more like a tight end. They've got a huge offensive line up there as well, and these guys can block. You can see Jewellen right there, and here we go on 3rd down and short. It's a quarterback keeper, and he has enough for a first down pretty close to the midfield stripe. So the first down of the ball game for the Mustangs. Very quick hurry-up offense, John.
Well, they've got 5 quarterbacks listed. We may see 3 tonight. 12 different receivers have caught balls. They do like to air it out.
First down, a very quick hitter to the left side. That is Self. Self for maybe 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd down play.
Here's the offensive alignment tonight for the J.J. Pearce Mustangs. It's anchored by Jack Loki. 4 seniors in the offensive line, a bevy of receivers, and Presley Harper, your quarterback.
2nd down play. Quarterback will fake. Harper rolls right. A little pressure in his face. Throws it out here in the flats. A nice block and catch, and that will give the Mustangs another first down as number 88, Ben Biden, with about a 20-yard pitch and catch. The thing that the Pearce Mustangs do rather well is that blocking out there on the edge, and Jack McGarry, number 2, had a really good block there to spring Biden for the first down. So it's 1st and 10, a couple of first downs already in their back pocket. This time, not much there for the quarterback, Harper. Number 11, Nagacha, is the one who got him.
Here's the Irving MacArthur defense. The D-line averages 245 pounds. They run a 4-4-3. Here's the interior line, or the interior linebackers, and the quartet in the secondary.
Stadium all in shade. Here's an option play. This is Self. Self left side, maybe 8. Noah Self came in averaging almost 5 yards when he touched the football. He leads the team with 6 touchdowns. Now, John, this is a team, John, that, I mean, is just a whisker away from just having 1 loss all season. They almost beat Jesuit. I mean, they had the lead late.
Yeah, they dropped that game with the fourth quarter, losing 41-39.
3rd down, right side, once again, number 12, Noah Self. Self has another first down. This thing started back at about their own 30. And they've taken the opening kickoff. And I was talking to Coach Nicholas before the ball game from MacArthur. He said, you know, Rob, our guys have just got to know their assignments more in tonight's game than we've had in quite some time, because Pearce will run all sorts of formations and offensive plays. That is Self left side, and we have our first penalty flag of the night.
Self dragged down by Oda Yemi, number 24.
This will give us a chance to introduce you to the officiating crew tonight as well.
On the offense, number
David
55.
Wook, tonight's head official, and our first penalty flag.
And that yardage will carry it out close to the 30, spotted at the 28.
This is something that Mac has done offensively, and that's moved the football to a point and then kind of implode. Let's see what Pearce does. The Mustangs out in the flat again. That is a big man to bring down, isn't he? Roberts, number 84, the senior. He's probably one of the bigger guys we've seen out on the field this year, John.
Oh, safety valve pass. Roberts wide open. He's caught 2 touchdown passes this year. And a huge target for Mr. Harper.
He lines up in the slot here to the near side on 2nd down and about 7. Right side, nothing fancy. It's either Biden, I believe number 88, that made the carry there. That's the thing about this offense. You know, they have a person that's designated as a runner. That will be Self or Holly. But they're not shy at all from using, you know, a big slot back, someone that looks like a tight end to run the football.
Frank Johnson in as a wideout, number 17.
Everybody's in tight. Just one receiver here to the near side. McGarry, number 2. Handoff, right side. Nice lead block in. Biden, touchdown. Ben Biden, the senior, carries it in for the score. His 2nd touchdown rushing of the season. And the Mustangs went down the field at ease there, John.
Jake Young just caved in the right side of that defensive line. And a 66-yard drive to open up the scoring for J.J. Pearce.
Extra point looks good, and it is.
Talked about how they like to throw. 12 different receivers have caught balls. They go tempo, Rob, on the run. They go tempo up to the line of scrimmage. You would think pass, but here's the run. They end around, 1 block on the outside, and just untouched.
You know, their left guard, Angel Flores, pulled in. That's him just to the right of your screen. Goes 2 levels. He makes an initial block at the line, then he goes to the next level. Watch it again here just to the right. Watch the guards pull. There he is, number 60, getting a good block there on the corner on Martinez. And Biden has nothing but end zone. Nice little offensive series right there for the Mustangs.
A 3-minute, 26-second drive.
Seemed longer, didn't it?
Yeah, it seemed like 8 minutes.
Yeah. So now we've got a MacArthur team coming out here that has really struggled with some injuries. They're starting running back, Ray, he got hurt on the last play against Nimitz when they had to play that fourth quarter on a Saturday. And he's the guy that brought a lot of offensive firepower in the running back position. And now they got a couple of guys there they're going to have to try to fill the shoes. And then we'll also talk a little bit about the offensive line, because that has been hit with some injuries as well. Little pooch kick near side. Down to the 36 or so is number 4, Nicholas, coach's son. Good speed on that young man.
Talked about that Nimitz game, Rod. They came back and won that game on a Saturday, 27-24. Cardinals averaging just 17 points a game. J.J. Pearce defensively allowing 34. Banner Nicholas, who caught a 75-yard touchdown pass in the game we did 3 weeks ago against Nimitz.
He's a high jumper, John. Did you know that?
One of the quicker players.
Or a pole vaulter.
Or pole vault,
Yeah,
16-foot
yeah.
leap
Yes.
with a pole.
He is a really good pole vaulter. He does that in the offseason. There is Revere. Revere coming out of the backfield, and the pass is incomplete.
Littleton a little short on the delivery. Starters for the Cardinals, again averaging 17 points a game. Cerrone anchors the offensive line. They've made some changes. They've moved around some guards to tackle and some tackle to some guards. Kind of a makeshift offensive line. The quarterback, Littleton, Revere, the main running back tonight, and the 4 wideouts.
On that line, Baker hurt. He's out. The only one that is where he should be is Coleman, number 65. Everyone else is new. Here's just a quick pitch to the far side to Mendoza. Mendoza with some running room. Mendoza's got the sideline. Could this be 64 yards? Oh, he still needs a block. He's to the 10. Look at the moves, the power. Give it to him. 63 yards and a Cardinal touchdown. Hold the phone, though, folks. I think at midfield we may have that dreaded yellow hanky.
You see some laundry?
I do.
It doesn't negate the effort. I'll tell you what, he got to the edge, Mendoza, the sophomore. It's just a matter of staying in bounds and beating your secondary. And he did, but it's coming back.
Holding on the offense, number 16. 10 yards short, smaller foul. Repeat.
Uenoman, I believe, is going to be called with that hold, one of the receivers on the edge. And now we reset everything back to about where everything started at about the 41-yard line. Man, that's got to hurt for MacArthur.
63 yards just evaporated in one instant.
Look at Littleton there, number 6, 21, Revere. In at running back.
Max, a sophomore.
So we go to the opposite side. This time we go to Baptist. And Baptist drags a man a couple of yards as well and gets the first down. So apparently they're finding something on the outside against that defense of Pearce.
J.J. Pearce runs a 3-4-4 defensive scheme. And the secondary, the linebackers. And there's a secondary, Navin, Hunt, Fleming, and Bardinelli.
So the Cardinals get a first down, their first here in the first quarter, 7:44 and counting. And Revere goes right side. Nicholas told me, he said, you know, we get to a point where we just like hit a brick wall when we run the ball offensively or throw the ball. We'll go down the field, and he said we may go 40 yards and look great. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, maybe somebody misses an assignment, then all of a sudden we hit a brick wall and we can't move.
Yeah, it just kind of comes in waves.
Yeah.
A little give, a little take. Trying to find that consistency here. District game number 3.
Second down. Fake to Revere. Littleton keeps right side. The senior tackled up there by 31, Jonathan Houston. One of those linebackers, one of the 4.
Also in the area, Luke Stotts, number 33.
You don't see just the basic 3-4 anymore, John.
No, you don't. The rush with 3 down linemen, and most of them stayed all year that way.
The thing about the 3-4. You don't see the 4 linebackers when you face teams that like to throw the ball a lot. They'll have a lot quicker guys there. Here's a move to the outside by Baptist, and Baptist, great individual effort, and he may get close enough for the first down.
Just ran through Tate Neva, number 8. Got about 6 extra yards. And a nice effort.
Yeah, move the chains. First down and 10. That particular play, which is in the old days, you would kind of do an underhand toss to the guy that was moving like that. Nowadays, they just kind of do a little two-handed push throw, if you will.
Anthony Mendoza in as a wideout, number 85.
Noman, number 16, to the very top of the screen. And Nicholas will be at the bottom. Nicholas by far the fastest guy of the receiving corps. Coach says he's already 6'1". Played a little basketball for the JV, and he's kind of trying to figure out what he wants to do besides football.
Took a little bit too much time. A delay of game will cost the Cardinals 5. Yeah, those 3 down linemen, Rob, at times when the linebackers come up on the edges, you have 5, but then you sag back into 3. And I'm sure the Cardinal offensive line would love to manhandle these down linemen that the Mustangs display right there. Kind of bunched up tight in the middle.
There they go on that motion play, but they go to Revere, and Revere making the corner count, finally pushed out of bounds about a yard shy. It's the safety, Ethan Hunt, coming up to make the tackle for the Mustangs, and he ends up losing about a yard on the play.
He had a nice little look inside, then cut outside, but by that time the pursuit caught up, and a loss of a yard.
As we talked about in the pregame about the weather, the wind really not much of a factor, just a small breeze blowing probably from the far sideline to the near sideline. As the Cardinals come up on a 2nd down and 11, 3 wide guys to the near side. Ball is loose. Littleton has some trouble. Caught from behind, fumbles the football, it looked like, and he fell on it. Tackle made by the outside linebacker again, Jonathan Houston, number 31. And here's that hitting brick wall again, John.
Boy, lucky to get that back. He lost it twice, came back up on the 2nd bounce, and loses a yard.
Pearce has numbers on one side of the helmet, and it's, I believe, Pearce on the other. I like it when they look like SMU Mustangs, and they had the white helmets with the pony on the side.
On either side in unison?
Yeah, that looked good. Man in motion is Nicholas. Littleton waits, flushed, trying to evade a tackle or two, and will not. Brought down by Miltonberger, number 54, who is a defensive end. And those nightmares coming true again, where the offense looks so good. 1 touchdown called back, and then everything implodes.
Just ridden down by Will Miltonberger, a sophomore. Stayed with him and plants him hard at about the 45.
And again, don't forget, this Cardinal team has a makeshift offensive line, moving people around. Looks like they're a player shy on the punt team.
Yeah, it's Littleton unable to get one. Here he comes, number 6.
I don't think it's Littleton's spot. Hey, now look, Littleton is in there like as a lineman. If it's maybe one of those linemen that aren't there tonight.
I don't think they got it off. Didn't see time indicated, and play clock was down to about a 0 when snap from center came.
Yeah, Caden Baker, the center, is out.
David Look is our referee tonight. Larry Westerman is the umpire, then the rest of the officiating crew on this September 29th.
High snap, not much of a rush. MacArthur has no problem getting that away and gets a nice, really nice bounce inside the 10. And that's a good place to put the Mustangs. Make them go 90-plus yards with just under 3 minutes or under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play.
The Redbird, the host tonight, homecoming. Working the crowd. Spotted at the 7. Trying to make up some of that yardage that was called back.
There's Coach Nicholas. His dad's a coach. We saw him up in the press box a couple of weeks ago.
Took over from Billy Skinner. Now at Arlington Lamar.
First play, left side, not much there for Self. Offensive line that time commanded nicely by the Cardinals. It was number 8, Henry Ford III, coming up at a corner position to make that tackle.
Pearce coming out with a little ground attack. Not really airing it out early that thought they would.
It's Evan Tobey, number 20, who's playing in one of the safety spots. Here comes Harper, a little down and out. Incomplete, tried to hit Ray Long. Stop the clock and bring up 3rd down and long.
Harper last week, over 200 yards of passing, 203. Over 400 total yards. And very efficient at 3rd down conversions, 6 of 10 last week.
Yeah, add the 3 touchdowns he threw last week. Pretty nice on the resume. 3rd down, here he is again, flush from the pocket. Harper, can he get away? He's going to stop and just throw this bad boy up for grabs. Not a wise idea, as the Cardinals were there, and it was knocked away by Baptist, the cornerback.
A jump ball, but Jack McGarry outnumbered 3-1. So a nice stop.
Indeed. And they might get some good field position out of this.
Our second look at the Cards this year. Next week we'll have the Vikings and Irving High.
That'll be our first look at Irving High, isn't it, this year? And their new head coach.
Irving's at Richardson Berkner tonight.
Little tail dragger at the 40. Mack stays out of the way, and the Cardinals will have nice field position at the 38-yard line. So it will be their second attempt offensively. So they won the field position game on that series of downs. The question is, what can they do with it? You know, we had some really high-profile running backs coming into this game. J.J. Pearce had Andrew Castagrande, who came in with about 7 yards a pop. He hurt his leg. Hurt his shoulder. Re-injured it. He hurt it during the summer, and then he hurt it a couple of weeks ago, so they really missed out on someone there. Here goes Littleton, a little down and out, incomplete. Tried to hit Nicholas. This district had 5 running backs in the top 20 in the Metroplex. You've got the stud Dean over at Lake Highlands with over 1,000 yards already.
That's the team that could win the district this year.
Yeah. Jamari Williams from Berkner, 621 yards. You've got Ford from Richardson, averaging 5 yards a carry. Then you had Casagrande, and then Pedro Maldonado from Nimitz, still in the top 20 at number 18. Here goes Littleton. Deep sideline, and he almost makes a catch. Oh, that was right in the hands of Unoman. He would like to have that one back.
He's caught 2 touchdown passes this year. The snap from center was a little low. Got rid of it, just one-on-one, almost brought it in.
It was that last-minute stretch. I thought the ball didn't have a chance to be caught, and all of a sudden he just stretched those arms out and almost brought it in. Bernardelli back on coverage for the Mustangs. So stops the clock, 3rd down and 10. And Littleton will try to do it again. He has plenty of time, near sideline, not even close. Once again, trying to go to Unoman. And that'll stop the clock at 4th down.
Ball kept sailing out of bounds and never gave his receiver a crack at it.
Let me circle back around real quick to that, talking about the rushers and top rushers in this district. And Pedro Maldonado, he will be back, I hear, next week for Nimitz. He's missed a couple of games. He got hurt. It hurt his knee in that game against MacArthur where they had to finish it up on a Saturday. And so he hasn't played in a couple of weeks. I hope to have him back in their next week's game.
Don't need him.
4th and 10, MacArthur, they're going to go for it as the kicker, Littleton. or the quarterback Littleton going to play the role of a kicker. Now they just let the clock roll down, and you should have the punting team back out there and still play field position with the Mustangs.
He was trying to initiate a little movement, but as a result, it'll cost them 5. So you hate to give up field position, Rob. You're starting at the Pearce 38, and you got to punt it away.
All right, once again, not much of a rush. And this time, Pearce gets the gratuitous bounce on their behalf into the end zone, and Jack McGarry will just look at that and line up with the rest of his teammates. There's the head coach for Pearce. That is Jarrett Lambert, his first head coaching job, and he's been around the block, folks. He's been all over the state working for various programs, but he's been at Pearce since 2016. Took over for David Collins, who had been there 6 years. He's in his second season, and he's had some games he lost to Wiley his first year out, but then he turns around and wins this year. Lost to Weatherford in 22, but then here in 23 he won that game and then almost upset Jesuit, but they kicked a 27-yard field goal with 4 seconds to go to end that 3-0 start that they were craving so much to start the season. That is Noah Self with the handoff to the right side, and at least so far, John, it appears that perhaps MacArthur is starting to clog up the middle a little bit and apply some pressure to the Mustangs.
That's one of the areas they do need to plug up. Pearce last year 4-6. They were 4-4 in district for head coach Lambert.
And it's Horta there, one of the defensive linemen that plays between the tackles. A little quick pitch out. Is it a pass? Yes, incomplete. Tried to hit Noah Self coming out of the backfield. That'll stop the clock, and what started out as a pretty quick first quarter, John, has come to a little halt.
It has, and Self would have had some running room. Just kind of shoved it, unable to bring it in.
Rolando King, number 19, applying the pressure. Evan Toby back out there defensively, playing one of the corners. And Harper wants to go deep here to the near sideline, and nobody's home.
McGarry broke it off. Came to a stop at about the 30.
Now again, folks, this quarterback you're looking at there, Presley Harper, 9 touchdowns, over 1,300 yards passing, and completes 60% of his passes. So he's not a slouch by any means, but MacArthur's doing a pretty good job now after that opening drive. And Harper, like a lot of quarterbacks in this league, is also a punter. And that bad boy goes straight up in the air, John. They're going to get some good field position. MacArthur doesn't even know where the football is. And go ahead, pick it up and run. I don't think they called it dead. Going in to score could be Egbers. As long as they didn't whistle that thing dead. The coaches were telling the players to stay away from it. And Isaiah was like, hey, I'm just going to take it. Why not?
It's as if everyone was quarantined and nobody came to the ball. Then on the high hop, yeah, I'll take it.
Now, there's a penalty flag, of course. Oh, I see. They're trying to say that the kicker was roughed. The coaching staff of MacArthur and the players are saying no, it was a tip. So you can see the player in the bottom of your screen doing that motion, hey, someone touched the ball. If that's the case, the kicker's fair game.
If they did, they just got a finger on it to deflect it.
And then you have to decipher, John. Okay, so say someone did touch the ball. Did we blow the whistle, or is the ball going to be dead? But that was a heads-up play. I mean, a great play by Egbers, number 12, who is one of the defensive ends on this team.
Trying to sort this out. David Look, the referee, now will angle over to the other sideline to talk to Jarrett Lambert.
You know, it's not a good news for Coach Lambert if the official comes over to explain what's going to happen, right?
But they're spotted one official about to place it down at the 20.
Well, to me, I think they're going to wave off the roughing the kicker, but they're going to say the ball was dead at the 20. That is my guess, but I think I'm going to be wrong. Let's see.
We have running into the kicker, 5 yards. Repeat the down, 4th down.
MacArthur fans a little upset at that call.
Well, they benefit from this, do the Mustangs. Take another look from the outside. Well, I couldn't tell is Nagachi got a hand on it or not.
He did hit him pretty good, though.
In the whack from the side.
Yeah, if he didn't touch it, then yeah, it was a good whack. And they get a better kickoff this time.
Yeah, do they ever?
Goes from a touchdown to starting over at your own 24-yard line. Second time MacArthur put a really good rush on the punter, and let's see if we have any laundry again.
44 yards on the punt.
MacArthur looks pretty happy about something. Now they're going to talk to Coach Nicholas, say, hey, you want him to kick it over?
Keep moving downfield.
I would have him kick it over because that was a pretty good kick.
Yeah, it was. What unit's coming out, the defense or the offense? We can't tell for either team.
There's the flag there. I finally see it. It's down near the sideline at the 23.
Well, the Cardinal defense is back out there, so penalty yardage stepped off against J.J. Pearce.
Are we going to have one of those games where there's a ton of penalties?
I hope not.
4th down.
5-yard march off.
Last week, MacArthur lost to Richardson 32-3. There was a total, John, of 229 yards of penalties.
I
25 altogether.
Yeah, that's what a flag happy night that was. They didn't want to miss.
We've seen our fair share of those kind of games, haven't we?
Yeah. Skyscraper.
Fielded right at the 40-yard line, and sliding into the sideline for MacArthur is number 2, which is Hobbs White. And after all this kicking back and forth, MacArthur will pick it up at about their own 45-yard line, and let's see if they start some of those wide plays again that seemed to be really successful in that last series before they slowed things down.
On that third punt, they gained 22 yards.
Who gained?
Well,
MacArthur?
Cardinals would have started at the 24, and now they benefited from their own 46.
Cam Lewis now in the backfield, and that is Lewis, left side. No one, I mean no one, blocks Rhett Sawyer, number 32,
Cameron Lewis on the carry.
for the Mustangs.
Just gave him a bear hug, grabbed him hard.
He did, didn't he?
Sawyer.
Lewis is like, yeah, I want to run. Oh, well.
1, 2nd and 9 at the 47.
Let's see Sawyer coming in and wrap him up.
That has to be one of those missed assignments. Now, again, remember, they have new faces here on the offensive line. You know, does everyone know their assignment?
Yeah, still trying to get in sync. Another low snap.
Yep, Littleton bounces it near side, trying to hit Nicholas.
That's a full snap that has gone low that
Well,
reached down to pick it up.
Remember, John, new center. We have Saran, who is playing right tackle, and moving him over to center. So it's all new to everybody. I always liked the center back in the 60s. You know, when I watched the Gophers and the Arlington Colts and stuff play, sometimes the center would bring, when they introduced him, he'd have the football in his hand.
Oh, yeah, coming out and start the game?
Yeah, yeah. Always liked that. 3rd down. Here comes the rush. Littleton avoids 1 and 2, has a sideline move and almost gets there for the 1st down.
Boy, needed 8. Picks up about 7.
Let's see where the official marks the ball. He's going to be about a yard shy.
That's another one of those in-between calls. What do you do? Give it up, go for it here?
You didn't see Littleton do it there, but you see Mahomes and all of those guys in the pros, they'll stick that football out, you know, past, extend it somewhat to try to get an extra yard or two, or at least enough they need for the 1st down. MacArthur will go for it, or at least they're attempting to go for it, and why not? 14 seconds to go. MacArthur's going to call time. Too big of a play, I think, early on for them just to go with it. I love the lineup. It's like they had 3 slot backs to the right.
Well, I was head counting, and I didn't want to see 12. They did have 11.
Take a look at that last run, John. Could he have stretched his arm out a little bit to get that first?
Needs to get to the 43 and a half. Right there. He's out. Yeah, he's well out. Shoved out of bounds for good measure by Ethan Hunt. But he is short.
Some personnel issues here on the sideline. Coaches trying to get the right package out there.
That's why I was head counting. I didn't, I thought I saw 12, but then recounted. They did have 11.
Pearce with that vivid blue uniform.
That's kind of Duke Blue Devil look.
A little bit. All right, let's see if they go with the same package. It is. Everyone is tight. 3 tight to the right. Will Littleton go to the left? He fakes it, puts down the shoulder. He's not going to get it.
Nope.
Sawyer wrapped him up again. Sawyer, that linebacker, he is everywhere. He's one of the 2 guys that play in the middle. And he was just sitting there waiting for him.
Just ran into the Mustang corral.
Didn't they, though?
So a stop for J.J. Pearce. The drive started at the 46. Comes to a rest at the 45.
You saw right there, Sawyer just blew up the guy that was trying to block him. That's all that was. He made a great defensive move to shed the blocker and was in a position to make that tackle. So the Mustangs have 10 seconds here before the end of the first quarter, and they're going to go deep to the big guy. And maybe some incidental contact at the 27. No flags as they tried to hit Julian Roberts, number 84. We've seen him run the football a few times tonight.
Got tangled up with a secondary.
Quick huddle, yep. Left side self, maybe the line of scrimmage. And this long first quarter is officially over. 7-0 Mustangs after 1 quarter of play. Stay with us. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment.
The City of Irving will go back to twice-a-week manual trash collection on Monday, December 4th. City leadership is working to balance the desires of residents with the wellness of Solid Waste Services collection crew members. Along with twice-a-week trash collection, recycling as well as brush and bulky materials will be picked up once a week. The change will require the city to hire an additional 21 collections employees. A rate increase is needed to fund those additional positions and provide a wage increase for employees.
Sideline completed at the 23. First down and 10 now. Pearce, as a catch was made right on that far sideline by number 2, which is Jack McGarry. McGarry, one of his leading receivers, averaging 13 yards every time he catches the ball, and he just blew right past the secondary man of Baptist, but still had to come back and get it. Meanwhile, back to action we go. There's a penalty flag as Harper keeps left side, and this could be a holding call against the Mustangs and move them back 10 yards.
Or maybe a block in the back.
One of the two.
That's a nice pat. Harper threw from the back foot, off his back foot, and then McGarry had to make the adjustment.
On the offense,
It is a hold.
number 88, 10 yards from the spot of foul.
McGarry, who made that catch, he is 16th in the Metroplex in receiving. Watch the hold right side, right there, right to the right of your screen.
Yeah, the pull down.
The pull down, the helmet jerks up high, all of the above. All right, back to play. Harper in the middle, had a screenplay. Oh, read so nicely by Hobbs White, number 2. He was just sitting on that, waiting for Roberts to catch the football, and Roberts had nowhere to go.
Well, the Cardinals just sent the house, and Hobbs White stayed his ground, and a big stop.
Now the Mustangs have to get inside the 13 to get a first down. They're probably in 3-down territory anyway. Left guard makes a move. We're going to point fingers. Everybody's going to point fingers. Mustangs are pointing fingers at MacArthur, vice versa. But it looked like that left guard Flores moved before the snap.
If he indeed did, it'll back him up 5. They'll need 26 yards for a first down.
The long walk by referee David Look.
Ball start on the offense, number 60. 5 yards from previous spot.
Flores,
Second down.
the senior left guard. I would perhaps think that Pearce will start using maybe McGarry even more. Number 2, top of your screen, the senior. Very quick, very fast, leading the team in receptions.
We've also got Frank Johnson, number 17. Good receiver.
They go near side. There's a guy wide open in the flats, and he overthrows him. But you see right there in the middle of your screen now, wearing number 0, he came out on the weak side, John, and Ryan Williams, number 0, even though McGarry's saying, hey, how about me? They had about 3 guys open, and Harper just didn't find the right guy.
Ryan Williams, one of those that can go both ways, linebacker slash running back, slot back.
Yeah, he's back there right now as a running back. You see him, number 0. Here comes the house again, and again you notice, John, like you said, throwing off that back foot. Evan Toby, yeah, number 20 there defensively. Toby didn't start, was not a starter when the season began, but he gets a lot of playing time once everything unfolds.
One of 17 juniors. Nice pressure applied up the middle by Rolando King, number 19, the safety. Still need a ton of yards here on 4th down.
There's Toby. I mean, this could be as good as a punt if you end up throwing an interception. Williams as a single set. They're just going to throw the Hail Mary far side line, and they almost got it. Trying to hit McGarry again. Had a step or 2 on the defender, but all that will be is a long incompletion, and MacArthur will get the ball back.
Yeah, McGarry has run about 60 yards. His last 2 pass patterns just led him by about 1.5 feet.
I think he could have had it.
Man.
It looked like it went right through his hands. I think he wishes he had that chance to do it all over again.
But the Cards need to do something offensively. That is the they punted twice, then that goes over on downs. So the Cards set up at the 31. Need to make something happen here offensively.
The offense needs a wake-up call. Handoff, Lewis, near side. Lewis, maybe 5'9", 170 pounds. He and Revere, they take turns in the backfield since Cordy Ray went down a couple of weeks ago. Lewis, who also plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he's one of the 4 linebackers when he's in there defensively.
You know, they're really going deep in the bench. I mean, Revere only had like 24 yards before tonight's game, and he gets the start. That's him in the backfield now, just to the right of Littleton. 2nd down. Littleton, a little down and out, trying to hit Nicholas, just too far outside. And it's an incomplete pass.
Well, Tony Pollard, please check into the offense. They need a spark here.
Littleton came in hitting about 43% of his passes. He's part of the 50-50 club, meaning he doubles his touchdowns over interceptions, has 3 picks, although he's thrown for 6 touchdowns. That was the one thing Nicholas said. We can't, besides sustaining a long drive, most of our touchdowns are just big plays. Here comes Littleton again. And there is Williams in pursuit and grabs him by the jersey and throws him out of bounds.
Able to get to him before he could turn the corner. Ryan Williams, senior.
John talking about the fact that he plays running back and linebacker. He's one of the 2 inside linebackers, teaming up with Rhett Sawyer, who we've seen make a couple of nice plays, number 32. So it's time for the Cardinals to punt the football, and Becerra, who also does the place kicking, will stand back at his own 22. Cardinals trying not to lose the field position game, and he kicks away from Gary, and that's probably a pretty smart idea.
2 teams trading punts and also giving it up on downs.
So it's back to Pearce's offense. The vaunted offense has, I think, a combination of been a little sluggish tonight, but at the same token, I think the Cardinals have done such a great job defensively with pressure on the ball that has kept this high-octane offense in check. I mean, Pearce, look, here's the scores. This is what Pearce's offense has done this year. 35, 55, 39, 28, and 50.
Yep.
That's what they're used to doing. Quarterback keeps. He's like, where do I go? Where do I go? Well, you're going to go down. Yes, you're not going anywhere because Rolando King, number 19, sniffed it out. I think the Cardinals, John, the Cardinals may not be as big as Pearce, but they're a lot quicker.
Yeah, they got that first step. Loss of a couple. Pearce's 5th possession in his first half.
Toss to self, evades 1. Maybe 3 or 4. Nicholas was telling me, he goes, besides having to know our assignments and where to be, we got to make the play once we're there. He goes, I can't tell you how many times our guys have been in the right spot, but they haven't been able to lock up to tackle properly, and the other team just, breaks a tackle or 2 and they're gone. 3rd down and a nickel. Pass is dropped. Tried to hit Ben Biden. He has scored the only touchdown in this game. And if you would have told me, John, that halfway through the second quarter only 7 points would be put on the board, I'd say you're crazy.
And in looking what Pearce has done this year, I was surprised also. Yeah, this is their 3rd punt.
He has picked up a lot of practice punting the football.
Nobody back.
I don't think they believed him. I don't think they believed him. Is that a red moon I see over to the east, John?
Oh yeah, if it's not September, you would swear it's early November. It's hanging over the eastern sky.
Here we are once again, 2023.
Yeah, that's nice.
John and I asking the same question every year. When's that first cool front coming through? And it's going to be, the end of November. It's going to be Halloween.
Yeah, this summer, early fall is extended too far into warm temperatures.
Nowadays, fall for us is 90.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's fall. It's not 75. It's not. You get to 90. Oh, thank goodness. Let's see what the Cardinals can do. They've got enough time. They just have to be careful where the football is. And here's that little quick toss again. And this time Williams is there to wrap him up. And that linebacker, Ryan Williams, number 0, he said, I've seen this play before. And he comes right at the running back, wraps him up at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. You don't hear a lot about Pearce's defense because their offense pretty much takes the headlines on campus, but they've got some guys there that can play, especially those in the linebacker core. Another pitch, a dangerous pitch at the goal line, and there's a neck tackle. Going down has been Mendoza. That's like what we used to do in the old days. Ethan Hunt, number 21, just a clothesline, John.
Collared him, but you know that deep pitch just gives the secondary more time to close in, and you're further now, you're further back near your own goal line.
It's also a dangerous move when you have to pitch the football at that point.
We've seen some intercepted for touchdowns.
Yes, so it's going to be 3rd and long. They've got to get to the 19 for a first. Got to be very careful what you do here. Cam Lewis is in there, picks up one guy. Littleton trying to go deep, and there's a nice catch high up in the air. Oh, what a nice grab by number 16, Uenoman. He has had plenty of opportunities to make some big plays tonight, and he finally comes through for the Cardinals, and they get the first down.
They convert on 3rd down all the way out to the 34.
That was just one of those athletic moves. Littleton says, okay, go.
A 31-yard pickup.
Yep. 1st down and 10, plenty of time on the clock before the half. It is homecoming, don't forget. The homecoming queen in her court will be introduced tonight. That pass incomplete to Mendoza on the far sideline.
Just took his eyes off of it. Now let's see him climb the ladder.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grab that ball at its highest point when you can out-jump your defender, and that's what he did there. You know, these Cardinals, they've got Mendoza's a sophomore who's one of the receivers. The coach's son, Nicholas Banner, he's a sophomore. They now have Max Revere as a running back. He's a sophomore, so they got some youngsters out there. Fake the handoff to Cam Lewis. They try to give one of those sophomores, Mendoza, a chance to hit the corner, and he's going to end up losing about 3.
Tried to fool the Pearce defense in a misdirection. They were Johnny on the spot.
Once again, that's Ethan Hunt, one of the safeties, making a play.
It was about 3 on that. Clark Wilson right there, one of 35 seniors.
On a roster of 75. Quite a bit. Littleton across the middle. He has a man wide open. That's going to be good for a first down by Martin. Connor Martin, number 9, 6'4", 235. And he had a lot of real estate there to work with. He really was not challenged at all, John.
Well, he found a seam at midfield. Connor Martin can also play quarterback, a junior. After the catch, about 6 more extra yards.
And he's such a big guy, it's difficult to bring down. The safety
6'4".
could have been Hunt. The safety came across there and tried to grab him to no avail. So a big first down for these Cardinals to keep the drive alive. Again, right before intermission, and we still have plenty of time left on the clock. Mendoza going to his left. Littleton now running for his life, and he's trapped way back behind the line of scrimmage. And John, those snaps are just killing him tonight.
Yeah, I got a flag drop on the linesman on the near side.
That was Luke Stotts, number 33, one of the 3 down linemen for the Mustangs. The penalty's going to go against Mack. You see the referee looking over at the head coach, Lambert, saying, what do you want to do? I would take it if I was Lambert. I would push Mack back. Don't give him another chance.
Get all the way down to the Mustang 32 yards.
That is declined. 3rd down.
Need about 20 or 21 yards here.
There's Stotts, number 33. That was just an illegal procedure, so they'll take the sack since it was far greater than what the penalty would do. Mack needs to get to the 32. Low snap again, and he's just swallowed up. Miltonberger, number 54, comes from the weak side.
Really leveled the quarterback, who again had to reach down with that low snap. It just gives the defense a little extra time, and Miltonberger with another solo tackle.
I would get my center. Again, Saran, who did not start this season as a center. I think I would get him out there snapping the football during intermission.
Time for another big third down pass.
Yeah. That's a good snap. Corner side broken up nicely. That's the safety Quinn Fleming who came across.
Oh, well, he timed it perfectly. Kind of a Superman dive, went all out and swatted it down.
Now, if it was Superman, he would have picked it off and scored, John.
No kryptonite.
He would have taken it to the house.
Yeah,
Lois, I got to have a present for you.
It's a fourth punt. Started from the 8, drive stalls at the 40.
Becerra from his own 30 takes a step. Nice high kick.
Hold everything.
Yep. Pearce calling time. Don't forget at the half, we'll take a look at some of the big plays here in the first half. Not a lot. First series for Pearce. The big difference, but it is homecoming, and that means we will take a look at the homecoming queen. We're also going to induct a special coach into the MacArthur Hall of Fame. Very special coach. We'll talk about that later in the broadcast. The standings, John, as we come into 6-7, 6A, and Bartner. Who would you think Bartner would be up there at 3-0?
Yeah, 3-2 overall. Lake Highlands a game back. Jesuit and Richardson at 2-1. Nimitz losing to Lake Highlands on Thursday, 49-7. Again, Irving playing Berkner tonight. Third of the teams in the state, Rob, have an open date this week. About a third of the teams decided this week to have the open date.
Is it because the state fair opens?
Maybe.
I don't think so, but makes for a good conversation, doesn't it?
Good article.
You ever go to the state fair on opening day?
Never opened.
That's
about
when
the third week.
The grease is not as good then. The grease is fresh.
Is that time to
on
settle?
opening night? That's when you go.
Is that time to settle into those
Fletcher's
cast iron
corny
skillets?
dogs. Yeah.
Scoreboard had a nice shot of the moon. It looked just like a golden flame that they had frozen on the scoreboard. Everybody looking that way.
Have some friends, they go every year on opening day.
Mm.
They go to one place, sit down at a bench, and they just drink all night. I'm like, what fun is that? You can do that at home. Harper wrapped up. Loses maybe 4. The Cardinals are doing a good job owning the line of scrimmage.
Nobody picked him up. Here they come again.
Oh, wide receiver screen. They had some blocks. That was just dropped.
Jet Hemby in traffic. Able to hold on to it.
In halftime, we'll have some stats. We'll have highlights. We'll have the homecoming queen. All that coming up here momentarily. It's a big down here, John. That MacArthur could get the ball maybe around midfield if they can stop him here. Quarterback's not going anywhere now. Well, or is he? The helmet comes off. Oh, and he's the punter. So they'll have to take a timeout if they want to keep him as a punter.
2:06 left in the second. You have to come out for a play when you lose your helmet.
Or you can take a timeout, right?
Yeah, you can call time. For sure. So the headgear comes out. It is fourth down. Would need about 20. Need to get to the 32.
Well, look at this. They're very well coached. They knew who would go kick. It's Noah Self, number 12. He's going to do the kicking standing at his own goal line in place of his quarterback whose helmet came off. And a pretty good kick to boot. Will it get to the 50? No, it won't. So I call that a win for MacArthur. If you can get the football on your positive side of the 50 with a $1:39 to go and try Try some of those long plays, John. Try to match up. Get the key matchup you need where you have a much bigger player, taller player that can out jump the defender.
They're going to start from the 46. Second time the Cardinals have started in Mustang territory in their domain. Got two receivers on either side, and they need an extra offensive lineman.
That's Colby Cleveland, number 62. Playing left guard tonight. They moved Hernandez, who usually plays left guard, over to left tackle. Littleton. Sideline, that was red from the get-go. I want to try that again, but instead look over for Mendoza, number 85, who you see right there. He was streaking down the sideline. Basically, his job on that play was to stretch out the defense and bring the defensive players or the corners in his direction, and then you could throw underneath it. However, Pearce pretty much read that one, and Tate Navid, he was there to break up the pass.
Keep an eye on Umanoma.
Revere, left side, not a lot of room. They have not done well running the football tonight. Again, that doesn't surprise us. We don't want to keep harping about it, but it is the facts, and that is you do have some different players out there on the offensive line who have not played certain positions, and you know, you've got to be prepared. You got to know what you're supposed to do.
Just trying to make the most of it.
So it's 3rd and 11. Mac is not in a hurry, and I can see why. They don't want to try to throw the football here, have the clock stopped, and give Pearce the opportunity to get the ball back before the half. Don't forget, MacArthur will get the ball to start the second half. There's Mendoza. Mendoza sideline, knocked out of bounds. That's a first down.
Able to get in front of the cornerback and the safety on this side. Nice grab.
Look, he has one of those Skechers slip-on cleats.
Gain of 14. First down 10 at the 33.
They get to the 33. Out pattern. Evades one. Stays on his feet.
Yeah. All right, here we go again. First down. Littleton, left side. Rushes on the weak side. Can he avoid? Oh, almost avoided it. Simpson, 26. Came in from the weak side. Timeout called by MacArthur. With 22 seconds to go.
Play loses a yard. MacArthur's 6th possession in the half. The only score coming on a Ben Biden 10-yard run with 8:34 left in the opening stanza. Completed a 66-yard drive. Cardinals had a touchdown call back. And that's where we are, 7-0 J.J. Pearce. District play 1 and 2, the Cardinals at 1 and 1.
Yeah, very frustrating for Mac to think that one great effort called back because of a penalty, and that's been the closest they've been to scoring all night. The good news is that their defense has done an admirable job of stopping J.J. Pearce. Late arriving crowd tonight on the homecoming night. Second down. Underneath, Unaman with the catch, close enough to the first. If so, that will stop the clock until they move the chains. Very quickly, here comes the Cardinals.
Made it 11, picked up 12.
The clock is rolling, 12 seconds to go, and they down it. So this, I think they got shortchanged just a little bit there. It should be maybe 10 seconds.
Oh, that almost came off the left knee of Littleton. It's a spike, but
didn't hit the ground.
Well, it's close to a fumble.
That would have been embarrassing, huh?
The clock operator, please put 9 seconds. 9 seconds.
Yeah, the officials saying you got 2 more seconds to add to the clock. They're going to make 9 seconds.
Oh, here we go. You got Revere in the backfield.
Come on, Hail Mary. Throw to your big guy. Throw to your big guy. Unama. Make him go up for it. He did. That was too much of a line drive, John.
Yeah, a little bit too tall and out of the reach.
Needed some air underneath that.
And throwing into double coverage.
Yeah, but he has so much of a height advantage to those corners and safeties over there. Fleming,
last play.
Fleming, one of the corners, also coming up to make the play, but you've got Naveed, number 8, who's the corner. He had him covered. And MacArthur will use their last timeout with 4 seconds to go. And if it is their last timeout, even if they say there's a penalty in the end zone and they get the ball at the 2, they can't talk about it. They're going to have to, they'll get enough for the play clock to make up their mind what they're going to run. So we're going to have a big huddle.
I'm looking at Becerra. Is he getting loose? Is he? Yeah, he is. He's got the tee. This would be a
right about his
37-yarder.
range. Yeah. Let's see. At the 30, he'd be close to a 40.
Yeah, there he is, number 30, Albert Becerra, senior.
They're going to give him a shot?
He's still got the tee in the right hand.
I thought he's just being optimistic that they're going to score a touchdown.
For the extra point?
Yeah, for the extra point. No, you're right. Good spot, Mr. Nelson.
Okay, this is a 39-yard effort.
Pretty close to 40.
Yeah, right. Right on the 30.
Yep.
No angle at all, right down the middle.
Yep. And there's no wind or anything like that. Now we're going to have a timeout by Pearce, of course. It may not feel like fall, but they're going to ice him.
You use that line in November.
I know.
They've got the backup quarterback. You got Beck, the holder.
I'm probably thinking, if I'm Coach Lambert, he's just wanting to remind his guys out there, A, don't rough the kicker. 2, keep an eye out for something silly for MacArthur, that they may try some trickery. I mean, if you think about it, do you huddle your guys around like that? Or maybe he's just trying to make them think that it's going to be a pass. Oh, the mind games. You got to love it.
Yeah, well, this third quarterback, Harrington Beck.
See, look at Pearce. Look to the right of your screen. They've got 4 guys basically kind of hanging back a little bit. Sarah just takes his time. He's got 19 seconds.
There's a flag.
I think he's going to, Coach Nicholas was able to get the officials to call something against the Mustangs. There was something they were doing that's illegal.
Well, they showed a 7-man front, then they went to 8, and they moved.
5 yards from the spot. Third down.
That'll cost them 5 and make this effort a little closer.
That could be a costly penalty.
Cardinals trying to get some points on the board here.
It'll be attempted from 35 yards.
This is definitely a makeable kick, John.
35 yards.
Straight through. 35. He was making them in practice. Good snap, good hold. Looks like he nailed it right down the middle, and it's good. And that's how you end the first half on a positive note. Is a kick. Kara after the timeouts and wranglings back and forth, and he makes the field goal and made it look easy. And the Cardinals are on the board. Not that high-flying offense we thought we'd see in the first half, but it's been rather entertaining, and we've got a close game, and we have 2 more quarters to go. 7-3 is our score at the break. Highlight stats and your homecoming queen coming up next.
Hi everyone, Levi here. The Dallas Cowboys are having a great season so far, and you could join in the excitement at the Cowboys Ultimate Experience at Texas Lottery Plaza the day before Dallas Cowboys home games. Next one up, September 30th at 2 p.m. The Dallas Women's Expo brings together products, services, ideas, and speakers. Check it out September 30th and October 1st at 11 a.m. here at the Urban Convention Center. The annual DFW Dragon Boat, Kite, and Lantern Festival comes back to Levy Event Plaza October 1st at 8:30 a.m. Lots of activities, food, and fun.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. Be sure to join us next time on City Source. A pilot project is aimed at giving Irving residents a smoother ride on the roads. We'll show you what the city is working to accomplish through this work with an Irving-based company. Plus, we will have coverage of the Golden Sneaker Games and show you all of the fun of this annual event offered through the Heritage Senior Center. That's starting September 29th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30, and at youtube.com/the City of Irving for all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
Today is our Jumpstart program. This is our Stories and Art program.
I like the picture to the story.
We collaborate, it's a long time collaboration with the Irving Public Library. And we start off with story time, and then we engage in some art making activities. And every month there's a different theme.
My part today was basically to provide the story time. It's really good for kids to hear different words and different stories and develop their vocabulary, but also to get out in the community and be a part of other people's lives. A variety of people come to the stories at both the Irving Library and at the Irving Arts Center. It helps them learn to listen and to be involved in a group. It's a wonderful thing for many components of early literacy. The specific stories we tell, we draw from our experience as children's librarians using picture books that are designed for a variety of early ages, whether it's for toddlers on up through preschool and even early elementary school.
Why do I like it? Well, I am a longtime proponent of literacy and, of course, art education. So I love how we marry those two things with this program, and I'm always looking for ways to reach out to kiddos and to families.
It's super fun. It gets me out of the building and helps me bring the library to the community in a different format. We love to also promote library services and hope people realize that we provide this at our libraries on a daily basis and they come join us.
I like it here.
Kids are incredibly bright and observant, and it's fun to see that during the story time. And it gives me hope for the future.
More than 200 dogs and cats are in loving new homes. The month-long animal adoption event called Clear the Shelters wrapped up at the Animal Care Campus. You can see photos of some of the happy new family additions filling up a window in the lobby. The Clear the Shelters campaign started in Irving and spread nationwide through a partnership with NBC. This year, Irving Animal Services hosted a celebration to conclude the month with some special attractions, and our team caught up with some of those who found a furry new friend.
Yeah, since I was little, I always had dogs, growing up. But now that the girls are older, we have a chance now to get a dog.
My mom been wanting a cat for a long time, so me and my dad ended up coming to the shelter to pick one up, make a surprise for her. Like, make her do a little scavenger hunt and then make her from the cat.
We really just have to keep their names out there and keep their pictures out there. We rely on a lot of people, not only staff, but volunteers and just the general public that really cares about the shelter pets, to really be kind of the ambassador for the pets here in the shelter.
Clear the Shelters is also all about bringing awareness to animal shelters and all of the ways to get involved, even if adoption is not an option for you.
You can look into fostering cats or kittens or dogs or puppies. You can also sign up to volunteer. You can sign up to help transport dogs, if they needed to go somewhere else. There are just so many opportunities to really make a difference in the lives of shelter pets beyond just the adoption.
If you missed Clear the Shelters, Irving Animal Services and the DFW Humane Society have great pets year-round, and there are also frequent adoption promotions. In addition, we showcase Pets of the Week from the Animal Care Campus here on City Source and at youtube.com/the City of Irving. It's where summer and science collide. These girls are steering robots down a hallway at Irving's Lady Bird Johnson Middle School. Just one of many fun activities with a purpose that are part of Project Scientist.
This has been so much fun, so awesome. If I wasn't here, I'd probably be a sad sack of potatoes.
Which one do we need?
Project Scientist is an education-based nonprofit. We serve girls in STEAM programming.
What a fun surprise!
STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And this program is exclusively for girls.
So I'm going to show you an option.
Partners include the Irving Schools Foundation and CoreLogic.
We have noticed through kind of history that girls in STEM and STEAM sometimes feel like they can't do it. And so we really want to focus on giving the encouragement of you can do anything.
It's important because girls should rise up too, not just only boys. Because girls should be able to know that they're smart too.
Being among other girls makes me a lot more comfortable because whenever I'm with my brother and my dad, they're always making boy jokes.
It's been really fun getting to work with my classmates, so we got to do projects such as make a prosthetic hand.
Now when she grows older and you're like...
So it's adjustable.
The week-long experience culminates at Irving's CoreLogic campus.
The girls are holding a celebration. The girls show off all of the things that they've worked on throughout the week.
Help me understand what you guys did here.
They get to share it with their parents as well as CoreLogic employees, so they get to really show off their accomplishments.
The crown turned out super good. I know it's hard to print out some of those points.
Yeah.
Organizers believe the impact will stretch far beyond this week and may stir new career goals.
I have so many options. I have millions in my head. I don't know what I want to be anymore. I want to work at CoreLogic. I want to be someone who saves endangered species. I want to be so many things.
New potential enhanced or even discovered through a week in Project Scientist.
So we want to get more women into the field so that we can deepen the perspectives that are in the STEM field and really help to change the world.
Thomas Gandy for City Source.
Hello everyone, I'm Robert Sheik. Please be sure to join us on About Town to learn about a unique game kit for Fate Accelerated in Page Turners. And we showcase the return of the talented youngsters in Irving's one-act play. That's at 6:30 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at the City of Irving, so you'll know what's happening about town.
The City of Irving will go back to twice-a-week manual trash collection on Monday, December 4th. City leadership is working to balance the desires of residents with the wellness of solid waste services collection crew members. Along with twice a week trash collection, recycling as well as brush and bulky materials will be picked up once a week. The change will require the city to hire an additional 21 collections employees. A rate increase is needed to fund those additional positions and provide a wage increase for employees. Updates will be available at cityofirving.org/SWS, and we'll also keep you informed here on CitySource.
Hi everyone, Levi here. The Dallas Cowboys are having a great season so far, and you could join in the excitement at the Cowboys Ultimate Experience at Texas Lottery Plaza the day before Dallas Cowboys home games. Next one up, September 30th at 2 p.m. The Dallas Women's Expo brings together products, services, ideas, and speakers. Check it out September 30th and October 1st at 11 a.m. here at the Urban Convention Center. The annual DFW Dragon Boat, Kite, and Lantern Festival comes back to Levy Event Plaza October 1st at 8:30 a.m. Lots of activities, food, and fun.
the festivities for homecoming. Let's go down to the field.
Angel Barraza. He is escorted by his mom and dad. Angel plans to go to college and study kinesiology. He also wants to compete in bodybuilding and later become a personal trainer in the bodybuilding world. Joanny Bondo is escorted by Riaboth Odeyeme and Carol Shilam Baikila. Joanny is on the varsity football team and a member of the choir. He is a magna cum laude scholar and volunteers at his church. He plans to go to college for sports medicine and get his bachelor's degree to become a trainer. Alfredo Cruz is escorted by Daniel Gutierrez and Kevin Vasquez. Alfredo is on the MacArthur soccer team and participates in cross country. He was awarded a 12-year perfect attendance award. He has volunteered to help feed the homeless and plans to major in communications. Additionally, Alfredo wants to become a professional sports team coach. Blake Davis is escorted by Priscilla Briscoe and Coach Sharon. Blake is on the varsity cheer team. He was awarded Star Tumbler at NCAA Cheer Camp and is an All-American nominee. He volunteered at Convocation and plans to attend South Texas University, majoring in business. Henry Ford III is escorted by his mom and dad. Henry is on the varsity track and football teams and earned honorable mention his junior year. He volunteers by mentoring elementary children and plans to get an athletic scholarship for college while majoring in sports science, marketing, or business. And now for our Senior Queen nominees. Morgan Black is escorted by Corrine Evans Black and Robin Black. Morgan has been cheering all 4 years of high school and is a varsity cheerleader captain. She is on the AB Honor Roll, is an All-American cheerleader, and a star tumbler for NCAA Cheer Camp. She volunteers in the Irving 4th of July Parade, the Irving Christmas Parade, and has helped create COVID care packages. She plans to attend Texas Tech and major in business while being on the cheer team. Grace Marquez is escorted by her parents, Tina and Michael Marquez. Grace is the president of the following organizations: Psych Social, Skills USA, and Student Council. She is also vice president of the National Technical Honor Society. She competes in engineering, technology, and design competitions in Skills USA and has won the bronze medal at nationals for the past 3 years. She is currently the salutatorian of her class and was the Junior Student of the Year. She is on the Teen Advisory Council at the Dallas Museum of Arts. She plans to major in biomedical engineering in college and then go to medical school to become an OB-GYN. Talia Mays is escorted by her mom, Robin. She has been in cheer all 4 years of high school and is a member of National Technical Honor Society. She boxes at Hicks MMA and is ranked the top 15 of her class as a cum laude scholar. She was nominated in NCAA Cheer Camp as an All-American and volunteers as a junior coach for the Irving Girls Cheerleading Association. She plans to major in criminal justice with a focus in forensic science. Maya Trujillo is escorted by Nellie and Nestor Trujillo. Maya is the social president of the Cardettes and has been a social officer for the past 2 years. She was Spirit of the Year her sophomore year. She performs at community events such as Go Irving, the 4th of July Parade, and the Irving Christmas Parade. She plans to attend UT Arlington with a major in architecture. Ana Valeria Valenzuela Ramos is escorted by Isis Ramos and Catherine Ramos. She is a member of the fire truck crew and was on the soccer team her freshman and sophomore years. She is on the AB Honor Roll and volunteers with children at her church. She plans to attend a 4-year university to study criminology, to become a detective, and she also wants to travel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all of our King and Queen nominees. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. This year's Senior Homecoming King is Henry Ford III. Congratulations, Henry. And finally, MacArthur Principal Natasha Stewart is going to have the honor of recognizing this year's Senior Homecoming Queen, Grace Marquez. Congratulations, Grace. And congratulations to all of our Senior King and Queen nominees. You represent our school well, and we appreciate you. Let's have a big round of applause for our homecoming King and Queen, Henry Ford, Grace Marquez, and all of their homecoming court.
Our senior Grace Marquez, the 2023 Irving MacArthur Homecoming Queen. And by the way, number 8, Henry Ford III, is your homecoming king for Irving MacArthur High. So the festivities have concluded here. We're just about set for the second half kickoff. Let's take a look at some of the highlights in the first half. Not much scoring, 10 total points. A 66-yard drive, the first possession. J.J. Pearce cashes in on a Ben Biden 10-yard run. 8:34 left in the opening quarter. Each team had 6 possessions. This is MacArthur's third possession. They kept some drives alive on key third down catches. Unfortunately, that resulted in a punt. And then the 35-yard Albert Becerra field goal at the horn, terminating play in the first half, put the Cards on the board. 7-3, J.J. Pearce with a slim lead. Numbers-wise, first downs, the Cardinals had 7. The J.J. Pearce Mustangs had 5. Passing yards, Irving Mack with 84. J.J. Pearce was 70. Not much yards combined on the ground for both teams. Total yards not that far apart. J.J. Pearce with just 5 more total yards than the Cardinals. Penalties, the Mustangs flagged 5 times for 35 yards. Irving Mack also drew 5 flags, a total of 30 yards. Cardinals will get the ball to begin the second half, and Rob, it's anybody's game. Back and forth we go.
It's the kind of game you want for homecoming.
Well, the Irving ISD Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2023 has been announced, and among the 4, Susie Oschlegel served the Irving ISD for 42 years as a teacher, coach, over 800 career wins, a state championship in 2011 as she led the Lady Cards to the state title, also the National Coach of the Year. Coach O retired from the Irving ISD in May of 2022 after the 42 years of service. This past February, the main gym at MacArthur High School named the Susie Oshlego Gymnasium. And in addition, the Texas High School Basketball Hall of Fame has announced its class of 2024. That'll be on May 18th as part of the annual TABC Clinic. But congratulations to Susie O. And Rob, we know her well. I bet ICTN provided her with over 50 game tapes.
I bet on VHS and DVD and you name it.
All right, let's pick up the Irving MacArthur drill team at midfield.
Cardettes would like to dedicate tonight's traditional cane performance to all the Cardettes who have came before them. Thank you for your legacy. Step high, Cardettes. It's showtime! Let's hear it for the MacArthur Cardettes. The captivating Cardettes are under the direction of Miss Neosha White. Thank you to the Cardette sponsors, Main Choreography and Amy Barbosa. Let's go, Mac!
Now the Cardettes with a nice halftime routine here on Homecoming 2023. We're just about set for half number 2, 7-3 in favor of J.J. Pearce, and we're back on the ICTN Game of the Week.
Set here for the beginning of the third quarter, and teeing it up will be the Mustangs. Second time tonight that they've kicked off. That is Anthony Ruby, number 83. Cardinals in their home red uniforms and their white helmets, moving left to right, trying to get something going offensively. Standing back is King, number 19. He is off to one side. Let's see, last time the Mustangs did more of a pooch kick than anything else. This time they kick it straight away. It'll be fielded by Revere at his own 5, and he doesn't get much further than that, and really not a good spot to start things off for MacArthur, a team who has struggled offensively. Last week, they only had 59 total yards in their loss to Richardson, 32-3. Both of those teams combined for 25 penalties and over 200 yards in penalties. Tonight's game, much cleaner. We've had an assortment of some, but the one that really sticks out, though, is the one where MacArthur had scored a touchdown on a great play and a great individual effort run, and it had to be called back because of a block, a holding play that brought the thing back, and that was really the most offensive play that we've seen the Cardinals turn here in the ball game. Littleton is your quarterback. Revere is number 21 behind him. Littleton fakes one way, plenty of time, throws across the middle, and that is incomplete. Tried to hit Nicholas on a crossing pattern right in the middle of the seam, and it was broken up by Ethan Hunt. Hunt has been very active in the secondary and also in run support for these Mustangs. The Mustangs coming into the game tonight, 3-2 overall, 1-2 in district play. So that'll stop the clock. I can't particularly say that the first half went very quickly, John.
It had its moments.
But the score indicates just how close this game has gone. There's a catch right down the middle. Mendoza with the speed across the midfield stripe. That's the big play the Cardinals were hoping to get.
38 yards on the pass and run. Gets him out of a hole.
Yeah, first time we've seen him go in the middle like that. They've been doing a lot of in the flats and down and outs, but this is a zip right down the middle.
Got in front of the secondary, broke away from number 21, Ethan Hunt, for about 18 more yards.
Nelly is the one who made the touchdown-saving tackle. That's what happens when you brag on someone. Just the play before, I was saying what a good job Hunt had been doing from the safety spot, and then he misses a tackle. They try to go wide, and Baptist gets past the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple of yards. Luke Johnson, number 25, and also number 54, Milton Berger, in on the stop for the Mustangs.
They overloaded this near side, came to the near side, all that running and only a gain of about 1.5 yards.
That was a play similar to the one that went the distance in the first half, but was called back because of a penalty. And there goes Baptist. And they go right up the middle. And there's some running room and another first down. He's still on his feet and refuses to stop, and that's Max Revere, number 21.
Broke a tackle, takes it inside the 35. His hardest, best run of the night. A much-needed run and a first down.
Well, John, as we take a look at that play, I see there's a new center out there, and he's wearing 58, which is Baker's number. It can't be Baker because I thought he was hurt. But there he is, number 58. Is it Cerrone? Did he switch jerseys?
He could have. Baker's a junior.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back to the other side is Revere, and that's the best running play we've seen these Cardinals do here so far in the ball game. So an impressive opening drive for MacArthur as they're down inside the 30 trying to take the lead. They scored a field goal as time expired to end the second quarter to cut it down to 7-3, and they've taken the opening kickoff and have done quite well mixing it up with some big plays, running and throwing the football.
Yeah, a long 37-yard pass, and from then it's been ground and pound.
Second down, Littleton. He's got his man over here in the corner. Didn't have enough time to throw it and almost threw that one right to Ethan Hunt for an interception. So far, Littleton has been very well on protecting the football. he had Unoman in the flats right off the bat. I don't know, either A, he didn't see him, or checked down and thought he would go across the middle.
I thought he was going to run a crossing pattern. He kind of hesitated, then looped it towards Connor Martin. And like you said, lucky it wasn't picked off.
Third down, very close, not a lot of yards. It's a 2-down territory by all means.
58 yards currently on this drive.
More than they had in the first half. Right side, oh, what a barrel play, and here comes the rest of the gang. It was 0, Ryan Williams, that plugged the hole. They've got some really good linebackers.
Now, he was one of their leading tacklers last year. He had close to 50 stops a season ago.
3 at the 26.
That's going to push him back a couple of more yards, and hopefully they don't have to use one of the 3 timeouts here on the opening drive, but they're going to go for it, I believe, and they should, unless it is 4th down, right? Okay, they moved it. They got to get just to about the 23.5. Littleton hasn't kept that much tonight as a quarterback. He's got some running room. Evades 1, 2. He's got the first down and more. Cardinal bench ecstatic after that play, as Littleton has pretty much been bottled up tonight running for his life, and this time he finds some room and gets the first down.
Yeah, look at this. A little head fake to the right, then one to the left. Evades 1, evades 2, and runs to daylight. Nice pickup. And a fresh set of downs.
Only averaging about 3 yards a carry. That was more than 3 for sure. Let's go near side. Not a lot of running room. And really just ran out of space.
Mustangs string it out nicely. Loses about a half a yard.
Cam Lewis, who is alternating with Revere since that Cord Ray is out with an injury. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a generous spot.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. They go misdirection. Revere close to the 5. 3rd and a couple. They can get a first down. They don't have to score a touchdown. They really just need about a yard. And they can get a fresh set of downs inside the 5. And the running attack is starting to work. They're pulling some guards and tackles.
Yeah, tough nose running by Revere, and what a great chance to take the lead on their opening possession of the second half.
All bunched up. There's nobody wide. This is that full house backfield that they ran before. Will Littleton keep it? Now they shift off to the left. Littleton will keep. Littleton maybe to the 2. That had a lot of promise at the beginning, John, but it pretty much cratered once they snapped the football.
I saw it develop, and boy, that's close. That could be a first down. That is very close.
Ryan Williams, number 0, down. We've had a very clean, injury-free game up till this point. The refs will probably measure this once they tend to Williams.
Cards with 102 total yards in the first 24 minutes. Pearce countered with 107. And able to walk off with a little assistance. Ryan Williams, the senior. Okay, it's spotted right on the 3. Here's that left side that kind of evaporated.
They all cracked down. They thought but they didn't make. They didn't make it a chance to block the guys that were still on the outside. They're going to try it again, and this time they flip over to the right. Littleton keeps. Littleton scores. Tyler Littleton with the quarterback keeper, and the Cardinals have taken the lead at the 6:27 mark of the 3rd quarter.
87 yards on the drive. Littleton cashes in from 3 yards out. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Quite an impressive drive, Mr. Nelson.
Yeah, it is.
for the extra point try.
Kara will line things up. Well, oh, check that. They've got Contreras in for the extra point. And it's good.
Extra point is good.
So the Cards trying to pick up their second district win of the year. On top by 3 at 10-7. Nice drive punctuated by some short passes, some nice runs up the middle by Revere, and then Littleton over the double stripe from 3 yards out. Here's a ground level view. Got that first step away from Tate Neven. Takes it in.
Watch him lower the shoulder here on Luke Johnson right there. That was a power move by the quarterback.
Got a lot of scoring last year. The Cardinals losing to Pearce 55-49. At the moment, though, they lead by 3.
Didn't you think that might be the way the game would be tonight?
I thought Pearce would, they usually you have the run to set up the pass, but they have the pass to set up the pass. I mean, that's been their MO for 5 weeks.
Right. I just feel like maybe the Cardinals had a better game plan. Maybe the Cardinals or the Mustangs might have underestimated the quickness of the Cardinals on the defensive line. The quarterback, Harper, he's been pestered all night. Here's a little pooch kick, fair catch. This thing's live. It's still a live ball bouncing around. Who wants it? Mustangs fall on it. That easily could have been a possession change back to MacArthur. That is Trent Hawley, number 13.
It's one of those directional kicks, Rob, that found a dead spot at the 30, kept moving downfield. Changes hands here, may have changed hands again. And the Mustangs lucky to get to it before number 11, Lagacha, could rake it in.
Terrence Smith, 32, pounding the turf in disgust, thought he had a chance at it. First down, right up the middle, not much there. Penalty flag, 2 penalty flags, 1 on each side. Could be a holding on the line unless someone grabbed the face mask.
Yeah, I believe someone got the grill of somebody else. Go
Personal foul on the defense, number 55, face mask, 15 yards from the
J.J.
spot.
Reyes, number 55, the 6-foot senior.
15 yards.
One of the few penalties tonight assessed against MacArthur, and that opens things up a little bit for these Mustangs. Beautiful pass and catch, and the very few times that Jack McGarry has been able to work free and get the catch on the far sideline. These receivers with their pants above their knees, they look like they got shorts out there.
Knickers.
Yeah.
Again, Presley Harper on the run and able to throw a bullet to McGarry, almost sitting down.
This is Self right side, running room. McGarry with the block. Self pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And Noah Self, the senior, first time tonight he's had some running room.
Also plays quarterback, has 6 rushing touchdowns this year.
26-yard run, first down 10 and 21.
You talked about this before the game, how you thought we'd see a lot of faces offensively, but we really haven't.
No.
It's been pretty much the status quo, the bulk of who they had, the nucleus offensively, and they brought a few guys in and out, but not a lot.
Self shaken up, has to come off.
Williams right up the middle. He very quickly gets healthy in a hurry, and he can play offensively. He's one of those inside linebackers, we've called his name out. And they'll bring him in as a running back periodically to do some monster mashing inside. I mean, the guy came in, believe it or not, the guy you're looking at now, Ryan Williams, came in with -6 yards.
Was that monster mash a graveyard smash?
It was a smash. Second down and short. Another mixed direction. Near side. Self. Check that. McGarry. Close to the goal line. Jack McGarry, number 2. The receiver, they're trying to get him a little more action with the football. He lines up right side. They try the Philadelphia Eagle version of the quarterback sneak, and it works. Touchdown, Presley Harper. There is a flag.
Just an all-out bull rush. They try to move Harper over the goal line.
It's going to be offsides against the Cardinals and declined by the Mustangs, and they answer the call, John.
Offsides on the defense. That is declined. Score is good.
Yeah, they come right back with a 77-yard drive of their own.
Personal foul might have come back to hurt this Cardinal defense. Anthony Ruby in for the extra point. High snap, mishandled. Self will just throw it up in the corner of the end zone. Actually, he just kind of threw it up for grabs, but Parker Berry was there. That's him, number 11. I mean, I believe if he would have maybe got his composure a little bit, he might have been able to get a 2-point conversion out of that thing.
It came close.
Yeah.
But they do move 77 yards. Add to their total. Drive started from the 23. Here's the play that got him to the 1. Jack McGarry almost took it in. Is hit first by Baptist. And then 3 others hold on. And then the scrub.
The quarterback push. Julian Roberts, number 84, gave him just enough oomph to get across the goal line. The thing is, though, because of that missed extra point, the Cardinals are only 3 points away from tying this. It changes the complexity of the ball game and what you can and can't do. Maybe not so much here in the third quarter, but as we get closer to the end of the ball game, a field goal could tie it and send it into OT, but plenty of time between then and now to come up with that answer. Hobbs White, number 2, 1 of 2, back to receive. Let's see if the Mustangs go for the pooch kick again. They do not. And it is the far sideline. Picked up by 19, Rolando King. A little pushing and shoving down on the field of play, and also a penalty flag.
King with a nice 31-yard return if it stands. All right, the Cards, as we say, this is the halfway point of the season. They'll have Lake Highlands, the Tigers, Highland Park, the Jesuit Rangers, and the Berkner Rams to close out the regular season.
You know, if Highland Park loses a game, you know you need to alert the media. They've lost 1 this year in district.
Yeah, the district, it's going to be Lake Highlands. Who knows?
Berkner's off to a great. Berkner's 3-0.
Berkner's undefeated.
Yeah. The Richardson schools have really surprised me this year. And I think Lake Highlands sometimes gets grouped into the Richardson area. Revere, the running back, just to the right of Littleton, who has all day to offer one up and connects at the 40. That middle has been very good to the Cardinals tonight. Unoman, number 16, all 6'2" of him. Lucky him just doing a crossing pattern, and John, it all starts with time.
Goes upstairs again in front of Aaron Benedelli. But yeah, they gave him ample time, no question. The O-line did their job on that play.
When he gets the time, he looks very nice and comfortable back there. He looks at the middle and has that one tipped and blocked by the lineman, Miltonberger, number 54. Came across the side, got the hands up. See enough of that anymore. Players putting their hands up in the air trying to block the pass.
Good things can happen, though.
Ed Too Tall Jones should have done that every down. Guy was so tall. Just couldn't see over him.
6'9" and a wingspan of about 100 feet.
He should have just reached in and grabbed the ball from the quarterback. 2nd down and 10. Let's do it again. Mendoza in motion. Revere trying to follow his blocks. He might have got a face mask. Williams with the tackle. That is Stotts, number 33, coming up a little gimpy. Clock continues to roll here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring in the 3rd quarter. Some may call that first half a little lackluster, but when you have a 7-3 ball game, I don't quite call it that. I call it competitive.
Yeah, and the Mustangs come in averaging 40 points a game.
Yeah, Cardinals doing their job defensively.
Yeah, they have.
Littleton waits across the middle. Could not hit Unoman.
Yeah, it may have been asking a little bit too much on that effort.
Well, again, you know, they're going back to that seam across the middle that has been so good to him tonight. And he didn't have a big rush either. I don't know if the Mustangs are maybe staying back a little bit, maybe not blitzing as much. Whatever it is, Littleton has had some time back there to throw the football.
Only 18 yards off of that drive that started from the 24.
Here goes Becerra, a nice kick, fielded at the 26-yard line. McGarry, not a lot of room. Players continue to push and shove after the whistle. Cooler heads prevail. And the Mustangs get the ball back for the 2nd time here in the 2nd half. Last time they went the distance and scored a touchdown in part to that guy right there, number 2. He's a playmaker on this team. He's a guy that makes things happen offensively, whether he's running the football or catching it. Cardinals have done an admirable job bottling him up as a receiver. Harper just taking his time. Got the receiver screen. McGarry for about 8.
Well, he looked right, he threw right. He had 3 receivers flexed out to that right side. Another catch for number 2.
Such a hard play to defend. You see colleges do it. Longhorns do it a lot where they throw to their receivers out on the edge. 2nd and a couple. A little push. Noah Self. Let's see from this angle. I think he will get the first down. Work to number 42. 1 of 2 on the tackle. You're looking at 55, J.J. Reyes. Those 2 are the defensive tackles. And a quick one over to Williams, who drops it.
So close to a backwards pass, but goes incomplete. It's nice to do a game, Mr. Willman, late in the 3rd quarter with the game still in jeopardy. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, tip of the hat to James Pike, number 25 right there for MacArthur. He went ahead and picked that ball up just in case. 2nd down 10. Little fake. There goes McGarry. McGarry, 20, and thrown out of bounds inside the 15. Hobbs White saved a touchdown. But McGarry is so quick off the line of scrimmage, John.
But Mr. Harper with a fastball on the run. Boy, he just zings it in there nicely.
He's like past 4 defenders on the run.
Race was on.
Let's see if they go back to the run. Williams is back there now. Williams up the middle, past the initial surge, and he's inside the 5. One of the Cardinals maybe cramping. Still see that after 6 weeks of ball, huh?
The game time temperature was 90 degrees. Trying to flex it out.
Yep. anytime you see that, as a parent watching that, you can feel good that knowing that it's nothing serious. More Gatorade.
Electrolytes. Plus, you need about a yard for a first down. Pretty close.
Yeah, this would be the first time tonight that Pearce has scored on back-to-back possessions. If they do go on and get this, and it seems like all of a sudden something clicked, John, to where the offense has started moving the football at will. This Pearce team not in the Dallas Morning News top 10, but here are the teams that are in the top 10. Duncanville, DeSoto 1-2. These guys, they have a market on D1 talent in South Dallas. No surprise that Carroll's up there as well. North Crowley making a name for themselves. McKinney, it's been a long time since the Lions were a top 10 team, just like the Farmers down at number 10. And Waxahachie, what are they doing with the big boys?
I've seen them twice this year.
Waxahachie?
Yeah, they've got a nice squad.
When I learned that they would be in 6A a couple of years ago, I thought, poor Waxahachie, those Indians, they don't have a chance.
Yeah,
but,
then it's dropped down to 5A.
Yeah, but they have been so competitive. It's everyone moving out there to Ellis County, John. Big influx down there. Midlothian, Waxahachie, Ennis, all just bringing in the people. Little quick pitch, right side, Self, maybe a couple.
Odeyemi there, first man to make contact.
One of those linebackers trying to read the play. Not much of a hurry. It more looks like that quarterback sneak formation again. And Harper doesn't get too much, but he didn't need much. He just needed a first down. They just wanted a fresh set of downs inside the 5. And Self pushed Harper just far enough where they get first down and goal at the 2. They have at least one play in them.
Yeah, they've gone 67 yards on this current drive.
This looks like the Mustang team we thought we would see. Harper spins right, gives to Williams, gives him a pat on the butt and says, go score. And he does.
Yeah, Williams becomes the 3rd different Mustang to score.
Williams has come off from the defensive side to give this Mustang team a little more power between the tackles. A little tougher runner. Self, Holly, both a little bit speedier, if you will. And you get Williams in there. He's more of a power guy, makes it a little more difficult. Here's another bad snap for the extra point. Self is just beat up. Now, don't forget, you can get 2 points out of this. You can get 2 if you go the distance. Can he be stopped from behind? There goes number 1, Baptist, for 2 points. What a crazy game, Nelson.
To the other way. Out of gas is Chris Baptist, the senior.
Frank Johnson, number 17. I thought he was going to catch him. And he didn't. Oh, you know the officials are going to scratch their heads over this one. They can't just give it to him, can they?
Well, they're still shaking their head back and forth, back and forth.
Is that a
whistle
flag?
Didn't blow.
Is that a flag at the 24 I'm looking at? I can't tell.
At the 24? No, that's just a
piece of tape or something.
Piece of paper or
so
tape.
What is it? Is there anything we need to discuss? I mean, he gets 2 points.
No, the whistle didn't blow.
No. I can't recall, John, the last time I've seen that. The 2-point conversion gone the opposite way. 2 points because of the defensive team making a play like that.
80-plus yards on the run.
They're just taking a bunch of notes.
All right, Chris Baptist. Well, there's a touchdown first by Ryan Williams. No question there. And then the attempt is botched by the holder, who goes back to try to save it, Noah Self. And then you'll see the scoop and score. Chris Baptist off to the races. 1 man to beat. The angle getting a little smaller as Frank Johnson giving chase. but Chris got there first.
It makes it a one-possession game, John.
Let's see. What is the score?
19-12.
19-12, so a touchdown and an extra point away.
Right. Is it 19-12? The scoreboard has 19-11.
Oh, yes, 2 points the other way. Their touchdown coming almost exactly 4 minutes from the Harper 1-yard run.
So 31 seconds to go.
A 7-point differential now.
Yeah, what's the discussion? Well, the refs are still discussing something in the end zone.
Mack ready to receive the kickoff, though.
What else? Oh, we haven't got a traditional safety tonight. That's still left. We got touchdowns, field goals. No turnovers, have we?
No interceptions, no fumble recoveries.
Where are we? Okay, at the 5. Here come the Cardinals with plenty of room. Bringing out front. There's Keene again. Keene, one of the receivers. With 25 seconds to go.
A couple of touchdowns in this quarter for the Mustangs. Cardinals with a Littleton 3-yard run. And the conversion the other way on the botched extra point.
So when play resumes, the Cardinals will have it at their 30. Probably one more play unless it's an incomplete pass. Before we go to the fourth quarter. Mustangs playing very soft on the line of scrimmage, and Mendoza on the wide receiver screen does not get any help and gets a few yards out of it, and that should be the last play of the third quarter.
Let's say it will be. On page with that?
I am.
They can't beat the clock?
No. Oh, yeah. Entertaining, to say the least, my friends. 19-12. 1 quarter to go. Stick around.
More than 200 dogs and cats are in loving new homes. The month-long animal adoption event called Clear the Shelters wrapped up at the Animal Care Campus. You can see photos of some of the happy new family additions filling up a window in the lobby. The Clear the Shelters campaign started in Irving and spread nationwide through a partnership with NBC. This year, Irving Animal Services hosted a celebration to conclude the month with some special attractions, and our team caught up with some of those who found a furry new friend.
Yeah, since I was little, I always had dogs,
Football left to go, and the Cardinals have kept themselves in a position to tie it up or take the lead if they so desire. But 1 whole quarter to go. Just when you think Pearce has awakened the dragon, if you will, not to be confused with Southlake, and they get some offense going, the Cardinals come right back and they want to go right down the middle, and that was a good call. I like that call. Unoman was not able to make the catch. The ball was a little past him. but I like the matchup. I like the route.
And they gave Littleton time.
Yeah. And we've seen that more and more in the second half.
Deep post pattern on 1st and 10. A second down. Long.
If the Mustangs are only going to rush 3, then Littleton's going to have time to operate. And you know, we have not seen Nicholas tonight. There's a whistle.
They call time? I think Pearce called time.
Wow, with a whole quarter left to go, they must not have liked the matchup.
Yeah, a timeout taken. The Cards had 3 receivers to the near side. May have influenced some personnel. A quandary for the Mustang D.
After tonight's game, they've got Richardson. That's I mean, look at that. Richardson and Lake Highlands back to back.
3 of the last 4 games. Again, they had a season last year. Woods went 4-6. 2 years ago, they were 3-7. They won this game with Cardinals 2 of the last 3 years.
I asked Coach Lambert about that that loss, to Jesuit. They lost to opening that game in District 2, to lose, and how did the kids react? And he said he thought it made them stronger. All right, back to play. They rushed 3. Littleton sideline, caught. Going to be a little shy, I think, of the first down, as Connor Martin, number 9, big tight end, made the catch.
Needs a couple of yards here.
Yeah, they can't give it away this way with the ball at their own 38-yard line. A player down and another cramp. Hydrate, young man, hydrate. Nava, number 96.
He will leave.
Don't forget, you can watch these games on YouTube. There is the address.
We talked about Susie O going into the Irving ISD Hall of Fame. Any special game or memory with her that stand out through the years?
Them winning state. I mean, we didn't do that game. That was down in Austin. I remember watching it on TV and just thinking, how rare air that is to get to that point. Meanwhile, in this one, are they going to go for it on 4th down? They're acting like it. There's some room. There's a penalty flag, so that might bring it back. Littleton on a quarterback draw, but this may come back. It may be a holding call against the Cardinals, and they'll have to punt the football after all.
Those games with Coach O at Mac, almost unbeatable at home. I mean, you went in there with a sense of, well, we're going to win by 20, 25, 30 maybe.
I liked, she might not have liked it, but there's just a couple of years, when Duncanville was in this district. Very competitive games, and you thought, MacArthur was really good, and they were. And then you see someone like Duncanville come in, and he'd be like, where did they get these players? And, they would hold their own, and Susie had really a lot of great guards back in her day that she was able to coach. And she may be up by 25, and she was still on those kids. Hey, keep going. Don't stop. Don't slow down. That's not the way we play. All right, there's McGarry fielding at his own 40-yard line, maybe 8 on the return. And now Pearce with the football and the lead, and pretty good field position too, with over 11 minutes to go here in the ball game.
This is their 3rd possession of the half. They had it 6 times in half number 1. They start from near right on the 49.
Yet to see our first turnover tonight. And this is something that I think the Cardinals should be proud about, is holding on to the football. And the defense finding their team down by 7. Trying to keep this game winnable for their offense. Be called upon here to try to stop these Mustangs. They fake it one way, go right up the middle, and a first down or pretty close to it.
Noah Self.
Note to self. Oh, we got a penalty flag.
Well, the 9-yard gain is coming back. Here's Self over the right side. And a nice push block from Frank Johnson, number 17, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, Frank, he did one of those, second level blocks where you hit the first guy but keep going upfield and peeling off and making another. So it was slow developing it. Very effective, but it will be called back because of a holding call. If I'm Coach Lambert, I'm like, oh, we have got to clean up these mistakes before next week's game.
Again, the Cardinals coming off a
unnecessary roughness on the offense. 15 yards from the spot of foul. Repeat the down.
Coming off a 32-3 loss to Richardson. Pearce last week defeating Nimitz 50-28. That's a big one, 15 yards.
Yeah, a personal foul. It's not, you would think maybe a hold or a trip or something like that. So somebody misbehaved, John.
Somebody got cross.
They did, didn't they? So they still get the first down. And Harper, once again, rushed and flushed. Near sideline complete. Nicely done by Williams.
Well, Williams turned counterclockwise, kept the focus, and made the catch.
Nicholas is livid. He is livid about something. He's got the headsets off. You can see him in the background, too, jumping around. He's still angry. Something happened there we didn't see, and he's letting the refs know about it.
There's a movement.
2 flags. But you can only call one penalty with 2 flags.
5 yards from previous spot. Second down.
They'll move them back another 5 yards. I don't know if he was upset about maybe an offensive player pushing off. He got some air, I'll tell you that much. He was jumping up and down.
They need 19 yards for a first.
If you're MacArthur, just keep the play in front of you.
Yeah,
keep
trying to hold them at bay.
Yep. Little mishandle there. Here comes Harper. Harper's just going to go for it. And there's nobody in the area. That should be grounding because the only guy near it was a MacArthur player. I don't think he was outside the box. Penalty flag at the 35 thrown. It's against Pearce.
On the offense, number 57. 10 yards from previous spot. Repeat. Second down.
Sorry, Jordan, but Oltzman, we never call your name, but holding call, and Nicholas is playing field position. He says push him back.
No, they need 20. They need to get to the Cardinal 41 for a first down.
49.
Oh, 49.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. 41. Yeah. 41 of the Cardinals.
Drive started from their own 49. Well, they need a big chunk of yardage here.
Here goes Harper. Harper has some room, and he connects. And we're getting close to the first down, and there goes McGarry. McGarry splits the seam and will go the distance. What a play, John. What do we just say? Keep the play in front of you, right? McGarry caught that and streaked down the sideline, and it appeared he found another gear speed-wise. And he was gone.
That's 71 yards. God, it happened so quick in traffic. Nobody able to slow him up.
He is definitely a target. Oh, there's a block kick. Are we going to have 2 two-pointers in one night? Could it happen? No. Oh. middle of that line collapsed, and MacArthur just ran right through it. Blocked the extra point. It cuts it down to 25-12 with a ton of time still to play here in the fourth quarter.
I want to see another look at this. The McGarry able to get open. Harper drills him at the 45, able to tightrope it all the way, 71 total yards. So McGarry into the scoring column.
I don't know what Baptist was saying. There should be a flag, Meanwhile, it's Egber's number 12 that blocked the extra point.
Fourth different Mustang to score.
Here's McGarry, number 2. 16th in the Metroplex.
His fifth touchdown catch of the year.
Yeah. He's like, did you see that? Did you see that?
That's weird. The drive started at the 49. A penalty aided 71-yard catch by McGarry.
I think that particular series is what Coach Nicholas was talking to me about before the ball game. Just, kind of reflects how their season is gone. I mean, they had them on the ropes, John.
Yeah, they did. Officially go down as a 51-yard drive.
Ouch. Ooh, putting on the hurt was Jonathan Houston, who's an outside linebacker.
Brought down by Jonathan Houston.
The ball fell in no man's land. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. And Houston was right there to supply the hurt.
That was King.
Yeah.
On the return, he was walloped. Able to make his way to the sidelines, though.
Surprised Houston's not back out there. He usually starts at linebacker on one of the outsides.
Fourth possession now for the Cards.
Let's see if they change things up defensively, John, and rush 4. They haven't been doing it. And they are this time. Across the middle. There's Nicholas. He gets about 9 yards. He is so fast. He is kind of like the McGarry of MacArthur.
Is that his second catch?
I feel like it's just his first.
Maybe his first of the night.
Yeah.
On the tackle. Gain of 9.
Little crossing pattern, and they've got the wide receivers out there blocking. It's almost like a wide receiver screen, but not of a traditional one as you might expect, because he was coming across the middle in the process.
Saw him catch 2 long ones in the game we did in week 3 against Nimitz.
Oh, yeah.
One for 19, the other for 75.
2nd and 1. Mendoza goes in motion. That was Martin, number 9, throwing the football.
Connor Martin.
Now Littleton is still there, but they tried something a little trickery there. When it came from the left side of the body and not the right side of it, that is not Littleton. Connor Martin. So he lines up tight there on the right side. Third and 1. Littleton trying to get it on his own, and I think he got it on the good second effort.
Cardinal offensive line says, move the sticks. And they will.
Now you need to start watching the clock a little bit, John.
Good for a first down at the 29.
You're down by 13. You got to score 2 touchdowns to take the lead. You got to strike pretty quick here. Is Revere going to the bottom of your screen? They fake it to him and throw to Mendoza. And Mendoza is pushed out of bounds. Not until he gets the first down.
Well, he was wide open. I thought they'd try to swing it out to Revere, who was short, but then Mendoza had more yards downfield, wide open.
Yeah, I like the way that was drawn up offensively. You kind of get the attention of the running back out there in the open field, and you sneak in the receiver underneath, and he picks up even more yardage. Clock stops at 8:56. Mac on the move. There they go again across the middle to Mendoza. Mendoza, as the ball popped loose, he was already on the ground. He knew it, moves the chains again. That'll stop the clock until they get the chains back in place. So that buys the Cardinals a few more seconds.
Another catch for the sophomore.
Pearce has been alternating their linemen in defensively. Edward Diaz just checked back out. He's a backup nose tackle.
Back to a three-man front.
Yep, Nava 96, head to toe with the center. And we go left side, Revere. Revere cannot break the tackle of Clark Wilson, and Clark holds him up just long enough for Ryan Williams, number 0, to come in and clean things up.
Tried to cut it back against the grain, but was bent back by Williams over the top. Underneath it was Wilson, number 9.
You know, John, in the first half we called out Sawyer's name, 32, and Houston 31 a lot. Second half, it's been Williams.
And occasionally Luke Stotts.
Yeah, Stotts 33. There's that quick pitch to Revere. Revere pushed, checked that. Yeah, it's Revere. He's handled most of the workload from the running back spot. Cam Lewis every now and then will come in and give him a rest.
Cordy Ray not in action tonight.
8 to go.
The injury bug, another thing that has hurt this Cardinal team. Well, they got 68 out there too, as well as 58. So Saran is back at right tackle. Plenty of time for Littleton. Littleton has it picked off though, and it's Williams again. Hey, there's your MVP if you gave one out for the game,
yeah,
at least at this point.
Both sides of the ball stepped in front, a textbook interception. But hold everything. There's something yellow on the far side.
Well, Mustangs are celebrating too much. That's against MacArthur. Penalty declined.
Our first turnover. First turnover
of the game. He just left it too high in the air and gave Williams the opportunity. Folks, that's a linebacker.
Yep.
That's a linebacker that came over and made that interception.
He's the center fielder, and
I mean, where does a linebacker come from in that predicament?
Just has a nose for the ball.
Yeah. He says it's our ball. Unoma's like, where did he come from? Where did the guy come from? Meanwhile, back at line of scrimmage, the Mustangs lose a couple of yards on that play, but the clock on the side of J.J. Pearce.
Fourth possession of the half. 7-3. Mustangs led at halftime.
Fake one way, fake the other. Look, sideline. I don't think he got a foot down. That was McGarry, number 2. I'm surprised.
I was about to say, he's not going to throw it, is he?
Yeah. And I think there's an ineligible receiver downfield against the Mustangs, and that'll push them back.
You can only go downfield a couple of yards. I think there's a 2-yard.
5 yards from previous spot. Repeat the down.
Anything beyond that, you're ineligible and they draw a penalty.
If that was an ad lib, you can see why. Because you see Harper flush from the pocket, he's rolling to the right, thinking, oh, he's going to run, let's go.
And then the linemen are 20 yards the other way, so they don't know.
No. Self is behind Harper. They might get a free play here. A little swing out to McGarry. McGarry breaks the tackle.
Make the
McGarry
tackle.
down on the near sideline. McGarry across the 30 to the 35, and that's exactly what gets Coach Nicholas upset, is his guy's not wrapping up. That was a free play, I believe, because MacArthur jumped off sides, and that is going to be good enough for a first down for Pearce. Nicholas is like, oh, he's trying to say.
There's an infraction on the defense.
Yep.
That is declined. First down.
So they finally got that ironed out.
Big play, but Rob, you've got to make the tackle, hit and wrap. You just can't.
Right there.
You can't shove him around. And he knows it.
I think that perhaps the Mustangs might turn a little conservative here. That's Williams, who has the only turnover of the night. He ran right up the middle. They ran a tight formation. You're up by 13, 6 minutes to go.
They're going to milk it. We're trying to milk the clock.
Why not? They're going to let that play clock go. I mean, it's stuck at 25 seconds right now. So I don't know what the deal is there.
2 touchdown runs and a 71-yard pass to McGarry. They're scoring for J.J. Pearce here in the second half.
Yep, so now they started the play clock and the game clock. So, I mean, they could let this go all the way down to about 5 seconds. It's at under 10 right now. They fake, go across the middle, complete. Nice catch, pitch, Bates. Bates inside the 10, Bates at the 5. Bates is going to score.
Another Pearce Mustang scoring a touchdown tonight. Blake Bates. Junior. Double B, B square.
B square, Laker, B square. I think they kind of lulled them, don't you?
I do too.
They ran that one, like, we're just going to run it up the middle. We're just going to milk the clock. We're going to let the time go down. As you take a coach, look at Coach Lambert. We're going to let time wind down, you know, and then boom. This time the extra point is connected. And Pearce has a very comfortable 32-12 lead.
Blake Bates following the McGarry. Long touchdown catch. Reels in one of his own. And there's no way that Chris Baptist going to catch number 15. He takes it to the Casa.
See, no deep help. Everybody is up there to stop the run. And once he got past Baptist, do you see a safety anywhere?
Nope, I do not.
It's just Baptist trying to track him down, and Bates with a glance behind his back says, I think I got this. He almost started to celebrate too soon. Baptist trying to reach around him.
87 yards on that drive that started from the 13. And a back-breaking killer for Mac.
Only the mascot can try to keep fans going.
Redbird. About ready to fly the coop.
Yeah, MacArthur, not known as a catch-up team, found themselves down by 20.
Anthony Ruby kicking off.
There's the two backs. A high pooch and a fair catch called for at the 24-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will take over offensively on this homecoming night. I'll say by now it can't be too hot, right?
No.
Humidity kind of in check. John, what's that TV schedule looking like coming up in the future?
Well, let's see. Next week, right back here, Nimitz and Irving High. Then in a couple of weeks, we'll see the Tigers again against this same Cardinal squad. And close it out with the Eagles And the Irving Tigers on homecoming night for Irving High.
We run the table for the Irving Tigers, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Well, Rob, you kind of felt pretty good at 19-12.
Yeah.
Cardinals only trailing by 7 at that point.
Change quarterbacks. Beck is now in at quarterback number 13 for MacArthur. Tackle by Sawyer. We talked about Sawyer, how he made a few nice plays in the first half. He's been pretty good as far as the running stopping play. He's pretty good there. They've got Littleton is still in there. The starting quarterback is now slot second from the bottom.
Carrington Beck's a junior.
He looks one way, throws back the other, completes. Knocked out of bounds. Unoman with the catch.
Nice catch, took a hard hit on the sidelines.
So they're trying to find somebody to throw the ball to.
Gain of 8, first down at 37.
Let's see how they incorporate Littleton at all as a wide receiver. They've got two guys. Look right there. You've got two Mustangs on him.
Yeah, he's one of the inside receivers.
That one inside guy decided to rush that time.
Markey dropped. Flag down at the 40.
Back toward the line of scrimmage, one of the offensive linemen trying to plead his case to the official, but you know that never works. It's like trying to talk a state trooper out of a speeding ticket.
Holding not a
On
warning.
the offense, number
Not a
58.
warning.
10 yards from previous
They don't
spot.
get warnings. I don't
Repeat,
think they're
first
that's
down.
in their DNA.
First down 20.
It's not allowed. It's in the Texas Trooper Handbook. Right there. Oh, you can see him take him down, just falling right on him. Again, it's the same number as Caden Baker, number 58. He has the green shoes on. They go handoff.
Oh, running room.
Oh, near side. Well, he did. Then Hunt came up and made the stop. It's a new player. It's J-Ron Gill, who is a defensive back by trade, but
So Nicholas kind of clearing the bench here.
he is, isn't he?
Second down 14 at the 33.
Try it again. It's Gill again, right side. He's going to be shy of the first down.
It's the old cross buck. The handoff the other way.
7 yards to the 40. Third down 7.
Gain
Well,
about 3 or so.
It's got to be disappointing for these Cardinals. Had a good idea, good game plan. They pretty much kept the Mustangs in check in the third quarter. Made some big plays. We have not seen a really big explosive play out of these Cardinals like they did against the Nimitz Vikings earlier this year. A little swing pass. Near side, that is Littleton. And another flag.
Bumped out of bounds.
I can see the mindset of the offensive coordinator or the head coach here, and that's you got Littleton, one of your athletes there. Maybe get him out in the open. Get him in the open field, use his speed to try to make something happen. But the good thing about the wide receiver screen is he usually is pretty productive.
On the offense, number
The
9.
negative side of that
10 yards
is
from the spot of the foul.
the guy
Repeat,
blocking's out
third
there in
down.
front of everybody.
Yeah, way up
and
front.
you can't hide.
A dozen points in the third quarter for J.J. Pearce. 19 more here, or 13 more in the fourth.
Beck waits. Littleton is there. Gets the foot down for a completion. But we've got about a fourth down play coming up here.
Yeah, it's 4th and long.
About 9. The Cardettes having fun and screaming.
And again, congratulations to our homecoming queen, Grace Marquez, and her homecoming king, Henry Ford III, number 8 in your program.
So the Cardinals go for it on 4th down and 9. Will out pattern that will not be nearly enough. It's one of those plays you try to teach your receiver, hey, you've got to at least get to the sticks. And that did not happen there.
Aaron Adeli closing in fast, number 3. As the ball goes over on downs.
Now this is where, John, they could just run the ball. We thought they were going to do that last time until they faked one and put the nail in the coffin.
Bates, McGarry, Williams, and Harper all scoring touchdowns here in the second half. Littleton on a 3-yard run, the only scoring for the Cards in the second half.
You know what's impressive about Blake Bates is he's only caught 2 passes this year, John.
Don't tell me both for
touchdowns.
6-pointers.
I know you told me not to tell you, but I did anyway. Oh,
Look
wait, is this still a live ball? Is this Holly for the touchdown?
Man.
Have a Holly Jolly football game?
38 yards. No flags.
38 yards for the touchdown.
Oh. It's going to be a brutal tape session for these guys. Holly just snuck out of the backfield. Here's a guy that's averaging 17 yards every time he touches the football, or at least last week.
Anthony Ruby.
We're going to get their average of 40. Come close to it.
Extra point is good. Holly is mauled on the sideline. Looky here, just somewhere he disappears, and there's that. Oh, he's still on the ground. Is he still? Yep. His knee never touched the ground.
No, it didn't. He didn't make contact.
Yep.
38 steps to the house.
If they were to go under the hood to review that play, it would have been upheld.
No jury would have bought that.
No. Have you watched Bowie play this year, John?
Haven't seen the Volunteers, but I will next week.
Volunteers currently tied with Arlington and Martin as first place over there.
Yeah, Martin with a big game tonight with Lamar. It's Lamar's first district game of the year. Some of these off weeks have kind of thrown off the district standings, but I think everybody's in the clear for every district for the rest of the regular season.
I wonder if Arlington's Coach Peach feels weird every time he plays Lamar.
Yeah, especially at Cravens Field where he played, coached against his dad there. But their home field, as well as the Martin Warriors, is at Choctaw Stadium. It's the home field that Martin and Arlington both share.
Martin? That's Martin's home field?
Martin's
but Martin
home field.
has a stadium there by UTA, right? They don't use that? That's crazy. Is that so they can get the most out of Choctaw?
Well, in the long run, yeah.
I mean, it seems like it would be so much closer for the fans of Martin just to go to the stadium that's right there.
It's a cross-town trip now.
Yeah.
Let's see, next week, right back here, the best press box in the area. This is one of the finest views in the area. Nimitz
Absolutely.
and Irving High. What was it like on the other side, looking into the sun?
Brutal.
No air conditioning, about 1,000 degrees.
They kind of had an AC. It's like everyone, anytime anybody opened the door, all this grumpy old press people tell them to shut the door.
The old East Side press box.
Oh, brutal. Count your blessings, young man. Count your blessings. Oh, what a nice catch by Nicholas here on the near sideline. One-hand grab. As Beck throws over. Watch again. I'll take that. Oh, look, a flag, John. No surprise.
I think the field judge, yeah, he dropped that one. He flew it high and wide.
You know, maybe the kids
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 5.
Seen
15
enough.
yards from the
Yeah,
dead line
maybe so.
spot.
Leatherwood,
First
the
down.
backup corner. You've got some fresh faces out there defensively.
First down 10 at the Pearce 38.
For the Mustangs. A few fresh faces. Leatherwood's in there, Grimsley, they're a couple of backup secondary guys. You got Gill for MacArthur running the football right side. I wondered, I didn't count I didn't look at numbers close enough on that long run, that last long run.
The Holly?
Yeah, but I thought I saw some maybe backup guys defensively out there.
Well, we're seeing them now.
Yep. We got Beck who's taken over quarterback duties, and he's got all day to throw the football, and there's going to be a penalty flag thrown as Littleton, you could see him saying, throw it, throw it, throw it, as he was held defensively, or interference, one or the other.
32 points in the second half put on the board by J.J. Pearce. 7-3 at the break.
Our referee, David Look, he's going to count his steps when he gets home and say, man, I walked a lot.
On the defense,
Ran a
number
lot."
15. 15 yards from the spot, previous spot.
Well,
First
the
down.
entire crew will go in for treatment right here Saturday morning because they have sore arms. They'll get treatment from the trainers here at MacArthur.
They're going to have to ask for lighter flags next week.
Spotted inside, but the 19, yeah, right at the 19.
How's that press box at Jerry World you get into every now and then?
It's like an apartment. I mean, where's the gift shop? You go in there.
Oh, they got plenty of gift shops.
It's huge. It is huge.
Timeout with 2:33 left in this one. A game that was 7-3 at the half.
Again, Irving playing Richardson Berkner in Richardson tonight. The Nimitz Vikings losing Thursday night to Lake Highlands. So the Cardinals will now fall to 1-2 in district play, and J.J. Pearce will go to 500 at 2-2 and 4-2 overall. They only need 2 more wins to match their win total of last year at 4.
Yeah, big turnaround part because of that coach right there.
They had over 400 yards in their opener and lost to Wiley. Had 424 total yards last week.
They're very explosive.
Or they beat Wiley, beg your pardon, 35-32, season opening win.
Yeah, quite a turnaround in those first few games. I mean, they played the same teams 2 years in a row, but the results were the opposite in their favor. Beck looking down a blitz, tried to hit Nicholas.
He was open over the middle.
Yeah, Banner probably the first guy to tell you he should have caught it, I think. Not as much pressure on the quarterback. Stops the clock with 2:30. We're going to recap this game, and
we are?
Yeah, we're going to recap it here in a minute with some highlights and some stats here in about 2.5 minutes. Give or take an hour or two. Gill upended about the 11.
Trying to make a statement here in the last couple of minutes, try to get a touchdown. Number 15, Jaron Gill, 5'10", 153, also plays a cornerback.
Under 2. Let's see if they keep it. Again, Gill, he's got some room up the middle, and he's going to score.
Twisting and turning for 10 yards. His first touchdown of the year, Jaron Gill.
Good scores against some backups of Pearce. That's good for Gill, though. For Jaron, that's good for him to get out there and experience a taste of scoring. It's great. He gets excited once he gets the sideline. He was nice and calm on his walk across. And we got Contreras, number 17, in for the extra point. And that is good, and the band plays, and the moon is high above us here.
Yeah, it is a full moon, is it not? It is.
It's pretty cool to me.
All right, from 10 yards out, he cuts it back against the grain, able to get away from the linebacker. Has a nose for the goal line, stretches and converts.
Shoot, he had to get past his lineman there. It's like,
gotta hesitate.
Yeah, come on, Hernandez.
So Littleton and Gill scoring on the ground here in the second half for the Cards.
Do you think Mac tries an onside kick?
I don't know. Game's out of reach. What do you have to work on? Maybe a little directional kick, maybe a little short one, hoping for a turnover.
See, it looks like he's got the good hands guys out there. See all
How many receivers do you see?
Yeah, I don't see a lot of big linemen. Of course, you never do on the kickoff team, but it's usually the fast, fleet of foot individuals. I'm telling you, the Mustangs think he's going to do that, don't they?
It's kind of like you're stealing a base when you're up by 10 runs in the 9th inning. Yeah, they've got 9 within 12 yards of the ball. They got a line of 5 and 4 behind them. They think so.
Contreras. There you go. Kicked it to the wrong guy, McGarry. McGarry goes, I'm just going to up. Could have a penalty there.
Late there. Could have been a flag. Trying to hold a little restraint.
I'm surprised they didn't throw it there.
McGarry said, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well, a couple running plays. Minute 43 to go. Cardinals will fall to 1-4 overall. They will have now lost to Pearce the last 3 years.
Pearce had a playoff run. It's been a while, but they had dropped to 5A and made the most of it. They went about 3 rounds deep in postseason. Asked Coach Lambert if he thought they would go back down to 5A again. Here's a shocker. They're going to go deep, trying to go to McGarry, and it's picked off.
Flag, though, back at the line of scrimmage.
Only thing I can think of is maybe someone's offsides. Well, there's 2 flags. Look, there's one on the far sideline.
5 yards, previous spot, first down.
Well, he pointed against Pearce. Yeah, but they're marching it off against Mac. I think it was illegal substitution or illegal participation.
Yeah, they either had 12 men or
First and 5 at the 35.
Somebody got in late. It's a 5-yard penalty on the Cards.
What are your thoughts on them throwing the football, John?
Just kind of hold it and run it out and stay in bounds.
What is this?
Flea flicker.
What are you playing, flag football in college? What's going on?
Again, it's like stealing a base in baseball when you're up by 10 runs in the 9th inning with 2 outs.
Yeah, it's a good way to get somebody hurt.
I think our referee tonight is, look, I've had about enough. David, look. I've run enough with my crew. So the Mustangs, who came, or J.G. Pearce, having lost 2 of their last 3. That's what we like. Stay in bounds. Nobody get hurt.
Trent Holly.
It's Trent Holly.
Well, you know, you got the game won. I don't know.
Are you unfiltered?
Oh, yeah.
Unplugged here in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, just run it. Just give it to Holly. There you go.
Holly, carry.
Now I feel like it's stealing a base when you're up.
Do you?
When you're up big and you steal a base. When you're on offense.
Bench is clear.
Yeah, I'm like. Timeout, Mac.
Comes with 41 ticks left on the clock. Hey, I met the guy that does the high school scoreboard show on KRLD. They give local scores, statewide scores. They do a great job catching up with all the scores on Friday nights.
That's not the guys from West Texas, is it?
No, they use some reporters at times to, I don't know, talk about a 6-man score out in Canyon or down in the Valley, a 6A contest. Hard to get local scores anymore on radio, but there's an outlet now.
I think it's that darn internet to blame. People just go online to get their scores.
Yeah, but you can't drive and listen on the internet in the car.
But you can listen to a podcast. There's got to be a podcast on high school football, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I would think so, yeah. I mean, it's going to be the norm probably in the next, if not already.
Trent Holly.
Some of the local stations have disappeared. Refuse to carry local sports anymore.
That's Holly with the first down, and they really don't have to do anything.
Nah, that's it.
To end this one.
Why are you putting up the pin so quick in the briefcase?
Ah, the briefcase is still open.
There's binoculars. That's going into the bag. Along with
It's
those Cokes
still
in the refrigerator.
Well, it was homecoming. Yeah. Good night to recognize a longtime head coach, Susie Oschlegel. The Lady Cards basketball team, congratulations to her being inducted into the Hall of Fame. But this one is done. It is in the books. 39-19 is your final score. We will wrap this up momentarily.
Hello everyone, I'm Robert Sheik. Please be sure to join us on About Town to learn about a unique game kit for Fate Accelerated in page turners. And we showcase the return of the talented youngsters in Irving's one-act play. That's at 6:30 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16, and Frontier Channel 30. And on YouTube at the City of Irving, so you'll know what's happening about town.
Hi, I'm Thomas Gandy. Be sure to join us next time on City Source. A pilot project is aimed at giving Irving residents a smoother ride on the roads. We'll show you what the city is working to accomplish through this work with an Irving-based company. Plus, we will have coverage of the Golden Sneaker Games and tell you all of the fun of this annual event offered through the Heritage Senior Center. That's starting September 29th at 6 p.m. on ICTN Now, Spectrum Channel 16 and Frontier Channel 30, and at youtube.com/the City of Irving for all of the important local stories and information we bring you on ICTN City Source.
Hi everyone, Levi here. The Dallas Cowboys are having a great season so far, and you could join in the excitement at the Cowboys Ultimate Experience at Texas Lottery Plaza the day before Dallas Cowboys home games. Next one up, September 30th at 2 p.m. The Dallas Women's Expo brings together products, services, ideas, and speakers. Check it out September 30th and October 1st at 11 a.m. here at the Urban Convention Center. The annual DFW Dragon Boat, Kite, and Lantern Festival comes back to Levy Event Plaza October 1st at 8:30 a.m. Lots of activities, food, and fun.
It's where summer and science collide. These girls are steering robots down a hallway at Irving's Lady Bird Johnson Middle School. Just one of many fun activities with a purpose that are part of Project Scientist.
This has been so much fun, so awesome. If I wasn't here, I'd probably be a sad sack of potatoes.
Which one do we need?
Project Scientist is an education-based nonprofit. We serve girls in STEAM programming.
What a fun surprise!
STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And this program is exclusively for girls.
So I'm going to show you an option.
Partners include the Irving Schools Foundation and CoreLogic.
We have noticed through kind of history that girls in STEM and STEAM sometimes feel like they can't do it. And so we really want to focus on giving the encouragement of you can do anything.
It's important because girls should rise up too, not just only boys. Because girls should be able to know that they're smart too.
Being among other girls makes me a lot more comfortable.
Well, a disappointing homecoming in 2023 for the MacArthur Cardinals, losing 39-19 to the up-and-coming J.J. Pearce Mustangs. A close game at the half. It was 7-3, but in the second half things went all Pearce's way, John.
Well, it did. Cardinals had a lead for the only time. They go 87 yards. Tyler Littleton gives the Cardinals a 10-7 lead. Less than 6 minutes into the second half, but then J.J. Pearce takes over. Ryan Williams, a short 2-yard run to make it 19-10. And then Chris Baptist scoops up the botched extra point, goes close to 80 yards the other way. That closes the gap to 7 to make it 19-12. But then J.J. Pearce comes back. Jack McGarry on the receiving end of the 71-yard toss. That makes it 25-12 at the 10:27 mark. And not to be outdone, Blake Bates goes 66 yards to make it 32-12. Trent Holly would go 38 yards for J.J. Pearce's final touchdown to make it 39-12. Mustangs, 18 first downs. The Cardinals had 19. Mac 15-35 up top. J.J. Pearce 13 of 25. Mustangs with over 300 yards of passing, 166 on the ground, close to 500 total yards. The Cardinals total 326. Just one turnover, the interception, and close to 200 yards in penalties. The Cardinals drew 11 flags for 90. J.J. Pearce 11 for an even 100.
That is a pretty glaring stat when you have 22 penalties for almost 200 yards in a ball game. A little sloppy there, I guess, at times, but entertaining as well. Well, with that loss, MacArthur now goes to 1-2 in district play, 1-4 overall. Pearce is now even at 2-2 in district, 4-2 overall. So a disappointing night, but congratulations to the homecoming king and queen and the winners for MacArthur there. But again, the final, it was 39 for the Mustangs and 19 for the Cardinals of MacArthur. Well, that'll do it. For John Nelson and the entire ICTN crew, I'm Rob Willman. We appreciate you watching, and hope to see you next time on the ICTN Game of the Week.